With Phil stumbling drunkenly out of his bed, appearing in his head all the things he's wanting to be said. 90 minutes of Phil to Phil, with so much time to kill. He promised chill, but all he does instead is beg and shill. The stream's online and straight away begins to whine, but all is fine as long as Shaz's benign and doesn't step out of line. His content's immature for all to endure like fresh manure, but I feel sure he ran straight to feeling so insecure. The money earned from yesterday was withdrawn and long gone, as Phil's spending impulse is always set to stay on. If supports are also slow and stays so low and fails to grow, you never know, the show may turn into an easy bingo. Once ticked off across the board with charge toward because his code can be ignored. Just how much DSP makes us feel so bored to help us fight or sleep and try to keep alert to watch a creep who play bingo, but Phil will bitch on why his sheep are also cheap. While DSP is chasing green, we're seeing green across the screen as Phil's routine predictability rivals are so machine. Snorting, burping, leaning, ban. It matters not if battery fun is child can't see if powers make him feel less of a man. Takes a drink and starts his like before lunching into a bike, pretending there for bills when truth is there to buy a wrestling JPEG. Talks about his shitty life of call his cat and fatty life and all his strife while forgetting that it's unwell and they were rife. With drama he will react but isn't act, that is a fact as he rehearsed to be exact in how he felt he was attacked. She's nearly over and awareness in sight with what to white despite Phil's light that tips were not white. We'll say alright it is okay and now it's time for Phil to play, but first he'll say that tips will help from being off the other day. And with those words we win again, it's never if but always when the game is won. Thanks to that we made it to the very end.
Slow day for me on stream. I didn't make a lot of support yesterday. Did you guys?
Hey guys, King Jad here, and welcome to DSP Bingo for us today, the 5th of November 2022. Remember the 5th of November. Gunpowder, treason and plot, as the old saying goes. The Americans might have, 4th of July to send some pyrotechnics up in the air, but in the UK at least, the 5th of November is primarily known as Fireworks Night, Guy Fawkes Night, however you wish to call it, where we just basically it's a strange way to fucking commemorate the fucking almost blowing up of government. It's a strange thing which is still kind of acknowledged today these days, although the temptation to blow up government, especially the fucking government we've got right now, just to blow it all to fuck, is quite tempting for a lot of fucking people, I'll tell you that much. But yeah, it's funny. But yeah, there's an interesting news story. You might have seen Phil's face is getting everywhere. I made a wee video last night on what Inside Edition showing Phil's face at the start of their piece here. Practically front and centre, there is Phil Bonnell right there.
A new chapter has begun at Twitter, and for half the people who work there, they will not be part of it. They were let go today, finding out by email that they... So
yeah, there we go. It is not just Inside Edition. So after I made that wee video yesterday, it's not just Inside Edition, there's also France 24. A very large French news channel, France 24 with over 5 million subscribers, actually included Phil's mugshot in this tweet here. And it's just, it's incredible that nobody fact-checked it, however, but as you can imagine, anyway, it's just rapid French gibberish.
Stickers bleus sont postés par les employés qui viennent de perdre leur travail. Certains affichent même leur visage dépité sur le réseau social.
I don't know what the fuck that just said, but yeah, it's probably just, saying, hey, look, it's the guy. I think that was French for it's the guy. And of course, the KTVU Fox 2 San Francisco as well covered Phil and briefly, just as we excerpt as they were going through the story.
Sharing their stories on Twitter itself.
So it wasn't on for long, but yeah, Phil Burnell's mugshot right there. And it's incredible that some of these, I can kind of understand perhaps the French news station not really understanding the satire in this tweet here. But you'd think the American stations, and especially this one here, they're actually showing the tweet that was made to go along with the mugshot that they included. You'd think they would have read it before including there. I told my little son, Hortense, that Daddy might not have a job tomorrow. He said, Daddy, why don't the 1% understand that their actions have consequences that ripple out, or they don't care, or don't they care? He's 4 years old. He has to see his daddy cry. That's, yeah, genuinely, there's 3 separate news stations at least which covered this. This is not... I'll say a detractor, or some random detractor, I don't know who the hell they are, -5, Stranger Temple, I've never heard of them in my life, but they made a tweet, they included a hashtag, they had Phil's picture, and several news stations seem to have picked up on it. Several news stations have picked up on this tweet as a real genuine tweet by somebody they thought worked for Twitter. So yeah, that's the kind of big story, and Phil's aware. Phil's actually aware of this. I don't know if he's going to mention it today, he might mention it, but somebody tweeted the Inside Edition picture here, can't believe the Come On DSP got fired by Twitter, and he responded, No, so he's definitely aware of it. But whether he's going to mention today, who knows? He's live right now. Oh, here we go. He's actually away. He's talking about it on his stream. How are you holding up after being fired by Twitter? He's like, oh, it's awful. I may never recover. But there you go. So Phil's definitely aware of it. He's probably going to mention it in some capacity, but I mean, it's one of those things where it's bizarre. I mean, what are you meant to do? But it's just somebody randomly included his picture and pretended he worked for Twitter. I don't know. As I said, this is a fucking. It came out of nowhere. This fucking random wee thing. It's a funny wee story, but it's not a big deal. I think, in my opinion, Phil's just going to fucking laugh it off and just get on with things. He will likely mention it. So we really should get the bingo cards set up. Now I think about it. So yeah, I'm going to spin the wheel. Actually, I'm going to shuffle it. Let's just shuffle the crap. So before we even spin the wheel, just shuffle the ever-living shit at this fucking wheel to try and make it as random as fucking possible. There you go. Voted is our bingo card for today. Thank you very much. Dashy's yelling meaningful. We could have meaningful. How about this? How about this, Dashy? I was in two minds about meaningful. I was thinking about adding it again to the centre square to see if we can make it 2 times in a row. If he says it again, if we've got it as a centre square to guarantee he has to say it, then I think it was safe to add the notation, because that one time might have been a fluke. That one time we done it might have been an absolute goddamn fluke. So I'm in two minds whether to include it in the proper rotation fully, because just because it said it one time when we needed to say it, doesn't take away the fact that it felt like dozens of times when we needed to say it, he didn't say it. And whenever it's not on the fucking list of things to be said, it says it. So right now the cards are like this, although I can easily just make this meaningful instead. So there you go. Meaningful can be a centre square instead. Fuck it. You know, screw it. I'm gonna go with meaningful. I was going to use Elon Musk, but nah. I'm just gonna go with meaningful instead. So voted is our bingo criteria for picking the card today, and we are requiring a number between 1 and 206. The first number I see in chat that contains the number 7 will be the card I pick for today. 32 does not contain 7. Nice try, Dashy. 73, Heather P says Heather P beat Dashy Tate. 73, unlucky Dashy. But Heather P beat you to the punch there, and her number 73 will be the bingo card that we use today for the bingo. So there we go. I think Dashy's quite annoyed that he somehow got beat to the punch here, despite trying to spam it in. He tried to sneak in early and then he tried to get in there ahead of time as well. I went way past 73, my bad. Here we go. Dashy, don't make me do this, pal. Hang on. Dashy, I'm going to take a print screen of the chat at my end and show you that I ever beat you. Yeah, I'm sending it over to you in Discord, pal. I just want you to see that it was fair. The first number I had a 7 in it was Heather's number. I'm just saying, and I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to bullshit you. Where's your ass? There's your fucking ass there. There you go. There's a chat there, Dashy. So Dashy can see conclusively, with evidence I have shown him, that Heather P did beat him to the punch. At least at my end, anyway. So, here we go. The bingo card that we've got for today's bingo is the following on the left hand side. We've got him burping, him saying wow, him saying Q&A, him messing about with his phone, and him saying content. Then him talking about his family in some capacity, him saying friend, now, excited, and him doing a creepy whisper. Then him clearing his throat, him touching his face, him saying meaningful, that's right, the cursed word is back, him saying members and you guys, then him saying business, him getting at least $15+ in tips, him saying fuck, him his voice cracking, and him repeating the same point constantly. And the final row is honest, nobody or no one, here's a thing, voted, and him pointing at the text on the screen, which I think he is kind of realising that he kind of has to remind people to try and do this again, because he is very aware. We are 5 days into the month already. He's basically a quarter of the way to needing these members in time. The first quarter of the fucking month for him. I know it's not the first quarter of the month already, But he's only got 20 days essentially to try and get this members goal hit, because by the 19th of November he is going to lose hundreds of more members. So he is absolutely desperate to get within the first 20 days of the month to make sure he has those members locked down to try and hit that members goal. So I think he's definitely going to try and remind people, hey, please become a member, because we need to hit our goal. We need somebody to gift memberships, maybe, whatever, and we need to make sure we can get the Christmas goal and all that shit. And that is going to be a massive drop. There's a possibility Christmas might be cancelled for Phil if nobody steps up. That'll be fucking hilarious, but it's hard to see somebody not stepping up, you know what I'm saying? Phil will guilt trip enough to the point where somebody will step up for him. I'm on hold on, what's Phil on the hold for? So, what's he saying? Phil's apparently on hold with somebody. On his phone call. I'm looking at his chat here. I'm on hold. I'm on hold on the phone with a company, and I went from hold music to just dead silence for a minute. Now, do I just sit here in silence or call again? Lol, these fucking outdated companies are amazing. They finally hung up on him. He's got to call back. The best is that you can only call when their business hours, which of course is when I'm streaming. Phil, their business hours, I assume, begin at like 9 AM. Why don't you just start at 9 AM? Why don't you just call them at 9 AM, Phil? It's not as if fucking these businesses are going, great, we can only fucking operate our business hours in between these times just to fuck over Phil Burnell. Let's make sure our business hours coincide with Phil Burnell so we can fuck him over as much as humanly possible. That's our fucking business criteria. That's our fucking mantra. Our mantra is piss off Phil Burnell, every business in America, to operate only within those fucking set hours only. And never deviate from that. It's not like fucking Phil can just say, hey, hang on guys, I need 10-15 minutes just to take care of this important thing, BRB. No, he has to fucking make sure it doesn't interrupt his shit. Average yelling at me. At 9 AM's too early for him to wake up, you degenerate. Aye. Right, I am going to save this bingo card. Nearly forgot to save the bingo card, Christ. So let me just very quickly save the bingo card now. And there we go. Good stuff. So the 5th of November already. You might hear fireworks in the background at my end, I'm not sure. But there is quite a lot going off already still. It's just, there's no avoiding it. There's a lot of fireworks going off. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. That's a famous poem, you know, by Baldric. It's a great poem. Blackadder fans might understand that reference, but I think that might be it. But there, yeah, so you may hear a lot of fireworks going off. The bingo card has been saved. Fantastic. I'm just waiting for Phil to go live. The German Guns. Taco's all knows exactly what it is. That's the name of the poem. The German Guns. Right, so I'm going to get the stream properly set up. I'll get the card incorporated onto the wee screen. And hopefully, guys, we get a full house tonight, guys. We are due a full house. We are long overdue a fucking full house. I want to be able to give back to you guys. You guys are all so fucking generous with me and the contributions and support and all. You guys are fucking ridiculous with it. And I want to be able to give back to you guys more often. I've lowered the snorts to 25. I mean, it's one of those things as well. I thought... See, I said the like skill, 100 likes on a stream equals a free space. It's one of those things where we hit 100 likes before, but it doesn't happen often. But I don't want to make it too easy either. A 50 would be too easy, I think. Because I think on average you get like, you know, maybe 60, 70 likes sometimes. But I don't want to make it too easy, but I don't want... 75 seems a bit of a random number to make as well for a stream, you know what I'm saying? I could make it 75 likes for a free space, but I feel like that might be too easy. I don't know if that's going to be too easy or not. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to make it too easy, but at the same time I don't want to fucking put it beyond reach. To trying to fucking hit the, you know, these free spaces, you know. So it's one of those things. Leave it at 100, okay? But yeah, you guys, you know what I'm saying? I want to be able to fucking, you know, have somebody win tonight, you know, it'd be good to, you know, be able to give something back to you guys. But yeah, let me get the bingo card properly set up. If it'll let me open the fucking thing. What's Dashy said anyway? Well, Dashy showed evidence at his end. Dashy, your evidence is, you know, inconsequential, because all that matters is evidence at my end. How am I meant to see your screen? It's unlucky, pal. There is definitely a fucking... It's a strange sort of lag, but I can understand why a lag happens as well when you type in chat, but it takes a fucking second or two to go through at the other end. Still, everyone fair and square, she got to pick her number first. Which of course means if the card fails, it's all Heather's fault. No pressure, Heather. Okay, so just waiting for Phil to properly go live. I just realised Phil's got a very outdated slide there, Friday Night Fights. Even though Friday Night Fights has been retired, he's still got a slide on his pre-stream art that says Friday Night Fights, promote it. So Phil really should get rid of that. Now, let's get one thing perfectly clear. It's never anyone's fault if the card fails. And only Phil. If the card fails, it's because Phil is to blame, because he didn't fucking do the things that we expect him to do, because he always usually does these things. He always burps. He always says wow. He always says, no, he sometimes says Q&A. It's quite common he says Q&A these days. He's always on his phone messing about with stuff, especially with news stories. He's usually saying content. It's not strange for him to bring up family, like, you know, the cat, or, you know, his wife, cat, or his fucking mum and dad, or whatever. Friend sporadically is used now and again, and that's one of the ones I'm more fearful of. Now, he says quite a lot. Excited, quite a lot. Creepy whisper, yes. The throat clearing, yes. I'm touching his face, yes. Meaningful, usually yes. That's a bit of a cuss word though. Members, yes. You guys, yes. There's quite a lot on this card, which is good. So, there is plenty of potential here for this card to be a very robust and strong card. This could be the card that has some one of you guys winning 25 quid to make your weekend just that slight bit better. But yeah, Phil is down to 884 members, as you can see. If we check the tracker here, you guys won't be able to see anything because I've got it, there you go, so you can see it properly. So Phil's next drop in the numbers should probably be around... Let me think. Hold on, actually, let me just go to the YouTube raw data instead. Here we go. I find it easier to use this for some reason just to see. So, Phil's going to lose some members on... Well, he's going to lose 1 on the 9th. And he's going to lose 6 on the 10th and then 4 on the 17th. But also the big one is the 19th. The 19th and the 21st he's going to lose within those 2 days. 3 days he's going to lose 526 members. This is why Phil would be desperate to try and maybe push the idea for him to try and get, you know, somebody gifted memberships, because he's a fifth of the way, he's a quarter of the way through that deadline. The first 5 days of November he's not had the members that he really hoped to get to try and lock in that membership goal, and he has dropped down from like 930 odd. It was at 930 odd or something. Yeah, I think it was at 930 something, because he was less than 100 away when he set the goal, and since then he has dropped a good 50 odd down to 884 again. So he's gone from within, you know, about 100 odd to now 150 odd. MRC Midnight says I see nothing. Is it me? I don't know why he's seen nothing. I mean, I don't know if it's just you, MRC Midnight, but as far as I'm aware, everyone else can see. I mean, I hope you can see. You should be able to see. You should be able to see the bingo card and Phil's chat and Phil's, you know, the little square where Phil's face will appear when he starts. Yeah, I mean, it seems to be working fine for everyone else. MRC Midnight, sorry pal, so maybe just a wee quick refresh or something. Oh, goodness me. It's a strange bug. I mean, I assume, you know, MRC Midnight could hear me, but just wouldn't let him see me. Hang on a second, but we're starting. Guys, you all know the drill. You know the drill by now. Tag me in chat in case I miss anything. Just harass the crap out of me. You know, tag my name and say, guy, hey, I said burp, or I said wow, or I said meaningful, whatever. Just in case I miss it, you know, don't be afraid to fucking just annoy me relentlessly to make sure I don't, you know, miss it on the card. Because if I miss something in the card and it actually happens and we're like 1 away from a full house and it was that one I missed, I will feel quite bad about it, you know, so yeah. Good fucking luck, guys. Let's hope we can get a fucking great Saturday bingo win here. It'll be the 4th time it ever happens if we get a full house. Here we fucking go, guys. Good luck.
Good morning, everyone. Phil here, and welcome to the... Ooh. Woo! Just gotta calm down here with that white balance adjustment. Welcome to the Level 1 podcast, where we're busy having fun down here on Level 1. Today is Saturday, the 5th of November, 2022, and of course, I am Darkside Phil, and I welcome you here to the show. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. I hope it's a good weekend for you so far. We're basically heading through a weekend where I'm trying to either finish up current projects and playthroughs to prepare for new ones, or get as far as I possibly can in current projects and playthroughs, so that when we hit new games, it doesn't seem like, oh, he's so way behind on these other games, you see. Which is good. I'm having a good time. Yesterday was a great day back from my break. Great progress in Plague Tale Requiem, which it looks like we are poised to finish tomorrow. As well as I finally got to play more multiplayer in Modern Warfare 2, although admittedly I didn't do so good. A lot of people are saying that the gun that I was aiming to unlock, the M16, isn't even good in the game. That they gave me some recommendations in video comments and things of better guns that I should now check out, which I probably will when we play it again in a day or two. Okay? But it was a great day back. I had a great time today. You know, continuing on with Gotham Knights, which has been a great game. I don't know why critics hated it so much, because I'm actually enjoying it, and I'm looking forward to more today. Tonight, we're going to have some chill fun in Disney Dreamlight Valley, which is excellent. You know, we haven't had a chill stream in a while now, so it'll be good to jump in and just relax and have a good interactive time. You know, tomorrow, hopefully finishing up 2 projects. So, it's going to be a good weekend. Also, one thing that I want to throw out there right now, right as we start the show. Today is the final day of daylight saving time here. I know it's so dumb. Here in the United States, I hate this practice. I hate the practice of changing clocks, messing around with the times. It doesn't make any sense. It has no practical purpose, yet we still do it. We have a law in place to get rid of it, yet our federal government has not yet approved it, so we're all still stuck doing this practice, okay? So here's how it works. Everything today is business as usual. Everything's new. Everything's normal. But then, overnight, magically tonight, we get an extra hour. Now, I'm not complaining. I'll take an extra hour of rest. You know, I'm 40 years old. I need as much rest as possible. If I don't get enough rest every night, I turn nuclear pink like I'm doing right now, and I actually can explode. I become volatile, and I can just explode. This white balance is really stupid. Anyway, no, obviously, oh, now the chopper's coming for me. This is amazing. The ghost team is coming. They're coming to get me. Ghost is coming down his Halloween mask. He's going to zip line into my window any second and get me. Here he comes. What is happening today? I have no idea. But anyway, wow, this white balance is really starting to piss me off. Hello? Hello? Do you not see how pasty and white I am? You should balance to that. Stupid camera. It won't. Look, it really won't. What if I can do this? I think, no. Because my hand's blocking it and it still did it anyway. You saw that, right? It's definitely not the ghost. It's the camera's white balance is shit. Amazing. Anyway, so now I lost track of what I was even saying. I don't even know who I am or what I'm doing on the stream anymore. How could I possibly? How could I possibly know what's going on this planet when I look this pink? All right, I fixed it, but now what's going to happen is it's going to auto-adjust again and make me pale. Watch, I guarantee it. So anyway, this is going to be a fun week of chill stuff and finishing up current playthroughs, all right, until we get into the new stuff this Tuesday and Wednesday, which I know everyone's excited for. Everyone wants to see if Sonic Frontiers is any good, and everyone obviously wants to see if God of War Ragnarok is as good as the reviews say. And I'm here with you. I'm down for that. I'm excited just like you guys, and I hope that you will join me for all this fun this week, okay? But this is kind of like, I get it. Some people are interested in the playthroughs I'm doing right now. Some are not. They're like, nah, these games are a couple weeks old, and, you know, I didn't like them as much as you know, I hoped, and hoping for the new ones, right? So, welcome, everyone, to the show. The good news is, today I come to you with pretty much no real drama, no nonsense. Today's a more chill, relaxed day. Nothing too negative to talk about, so we can just relax and have a good time. I told you I was going to go pale, then I went pink again. But anyway, have a good time and just relax, have some conversation today, as opposed to yesterday where I had literally so much to talk about, right, that it was just like a jam-packed show with no time at all. I feel today should be the opposite, so thanks for joining me. I hope you guys are ready for some fun today, some interactivity. Shall we just go through the schedule quickly and get out of the way? Let's just do that. So today, like I said, Gotham Knights on the first stream. Last time around, we actually finished an entire major side quest line with Mr. Freeze, just to find out there's more to it. It's pretty crazy. These side quest lines seem very lengthy. and maybe a big chunk of the game, honestly. So today I think we're going to continue on with the Harley Quinn quest line, only because that one seems to be the one in line with my level. So I'll probably do that, and then we'll probably continue on with more of the open world story. Of course, still alternating characters and the like. Tonight, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time. First time I'm playing Disney Dreamlight Valley in nearly 2 weeks. And I know for some people who've been liking that playthrough that, you know, it's disappointing that I'm not playing it that much. This is what happens during this busy gaming season, okay? This is every year the same thing happens. I basically have to put those kind of chill streams on hiatus until I have a chance to kind of squeeze them in here and there. That's exactly what I'm doing this week, is squeezing it in. So I hope that you guys aren't too upset by that. I mean, I am enjoying myself with the game, and I'm looking forward to more relaxing fun tonight. No idea what we'll even be doing, because I don't remember where we left off over a week ago, you know, but it should still be a good time. So join me tonight, late stream, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time. Now, tomorrow, Sunday, everything changes. All my streams are 1 hour later, because now we're going to standard time rather than daylight saving time, okay? So my normal stream that would start at 10:45 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time now starts at 10:45 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, which means technically it's an hour later. Please don't be late. You're going to show up. You're going to be so sad when you find out you missed the first hour of the Level 1 podcast. I know. You guys are so into it. In the last year since I started doing this podcast, which, by the way, I believe we're about a year anniversary right now. When it comes to the podcast, I'm almost positive it was early of November last year when you guys gave me the recommendation and said, why don't you just start doing the podcast as a regular daily thing rather than just gabbing with ads on the screen? Because remember, I used to literally do this. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the show. Please stare at this slideshow for a few hours while I talk. I don't care if it's boring. And a lot of people complained and were like, well, why don't you show yourself? That way it feels like you're talking to us. It's more interactive. And I was like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. You know, I don't know why I was so stubborn, but I listened, and you guys like this a lot better. This show now has a following, which is great. You know, pretty good. So anyway, tomorrow, be here on time. Don't be late, all right? 1 hour earlier than usual. Tomorrow's main gameplay stream will be the conclusion of Plague Tale Requiem. I can't imagine it not being, from what people told me. The person who said it took them the longest said 22 hours. Well, if you take a look at my playthrough, all right, up to this point, my playthrough is 16 parts, but each time I played Plague Tale, basically one of those parts has been about an hour and a half long. So if you do the math, basically I'm almost 20 hours in right now. So you have to think, one more major stream, we're definitely going to wrap it up. And actually someone yesterday said the final few chapters are very fast paced and they go boom, boom, boom real fast. So likely I will be wrapping it up tomorrow on the stream, okay? So that's a good thing, obviously. I want to see how it ends, although admittedly, after yesterday's stream, I'm not feeling too positive about it. I'm actually feeling like it may be a downer because the plot looked like originally it was actually going to be like a glimmer of hope and kind of upbeat, and now honestly it's looking like that's less and less likely. Like instead it's going to end up being a really depressing ending, which kind of sucks. Obviously when you play through two big games like this and you get attachment to some of the characters, you want to see them have a happy ending. The first game did end on kind of a happy cliffhanger ending, and I don't know what's going to happen in this one. I guess we're going to find out tomorrow, okay? Then on the late stream tomorrow night, it will be the conclusion of the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 campaign at 6:45 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, another hour later than usual. So far, the campaign's been great, except for one level, which was sneaking. That one stealth level was insanely poorly implemented. I thought it was one of the worst I've ever played in Call of Duty history. Outside of that, the rest of it's been great. I've actually loved the campaign, and I'm looking forward to see how it all ends tomorrow night, so I hope you'll join me for that, okay? Then on Monday, more Gotham Knights on the first stream, and Monday night will be more Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer, which obviously I'm excited for. I liked playing it last night, although admittedly, again, unlocking the stuff for the M16 was not very fun. You end up playing 3-4 matches where you don't stand a chance. You have no attachments. Your gun is slow and shitty. Once you get the attachments, it's better, you know. So we'll see. I don't know. Maybe I'll change my gun right away per people's recommendations, or not. I'll have to see what you guys think about what are. Oh, now I'm yellow. No, now I'm pink. Now I'm yellow. Now I'm pink. Now I'm yellow.
Can't afford stuff on Tuesday on my day off, and you're gonna laugh. Oh, it's funny.
You just can't win. This camera, you cannot win. Right now, it is completely cloudy outside. There's zero sun. So there's absolutely no reason for the white balance to be changing on this camera right now at all. There's just no reason at all. It's just stupid. Like I said, sadly, sharpness, way better than the old camera. White balance, completely shitty. Now I give up. I seriously fucking give up at this point. I'm not going to adjust it no more. I'm just going to let it roll. I'm going to stop looking over there. I really am. Okay. So, Tuesday is when we start with new release content. It'll be Sonic Frontiers on the first stream. I have no idea what to expect. You know, we've seen gameplay of it. And some of the gameplay looks great. Some of the gameplay looks like it could be open world boring with nothing to do. It really depends, how is this open world mechanic implemented? If you take a look at how they did it with Zelda Breath of the Wild, my God, that was a great thing, right? I felt like it really added to the game. But I don't know how it's going to go with the Sonic game, because, you know, every time you get a glimmer of hope with Sonic, sometimes you just get your hopes crushed into a pile of goo. Like with Sonic Forces. That looked really good until you started playing it and realized, why are the stages 4 minutes long? Like every stage, right? Like, what happened here? Yeah, I don't know. I hope it's good. I'm hoping for the best. We haven't had a good 3D Sonic game. Holy shit, when was the last one? The last good 3D Sonic game. Sonic Generations? It's been over a decade, right? Like, the best Sonic games have always been the 2D ones, like Sonic Mania now. We haven't had a good one in so long. So I'm really hoping for the best. Maybe they've actually turned a corner here, and we can actually feel positive about Sonic again. I don't know. I guess we're going to find out. And then on Tuesday night, I will either do more Disney Dreamlight Valley or I will do more Modern Warfare 2. I'm going to leave it open, and I'm going to see what I feel like. Because I'll be honest with you guys, if we start using a new weapon on Monday night and I want to unlock stuff and do stuff with it, I'm probably just going to want to play it again Tuesday night. It's very annoying that in Modern Warfare, every time you unlock a new weapon or try a new weapon, you literally have to sit there and use that new weapon for like 2 hours to get everything for it, because that's my whole stream. You know, like I got the M16 last night. I didn't get a good scope for it till the end of the stream. Now I'm out of time. I can't play anymore. It's like, damn, this sucks. Like, I get it. I get the grind that they're going for. But at the same time, it wasn't like that in previous Modern Warfare. It just wasn't. They did it better. I think over the years that the system has, this gunsmith system, it's just stupid. And they've it's gone downhill with the way that the unlocks happen. You just keep wasting all my time. Why do I want to play and lose just to get enough experience to now get the attachments? Now I can win. Why do I have to waste 2 hours? Just let me use the fucking weapon. Good, you know? Just think about that, right? You work for a fucking paramilitary group, you know, mercenaries for hire. You go around the world trying to stop terrorists and stuff. Oh, you have a new weapon. You have to use it for 2 hours before you can put a scope on it. What the fuck are you talking about? This is the dumbest thing. But anyway, we'll see what happens. But then, of course, the big day this week is Wednesday. God of War Ragnarok. And I'm going to be playing it all day long. First and second streams. Already I'm getting people's feedback on this. Basically, a lot of people have been saying over the last few days, listen, we're excited for God of War Ragnarok. Can't wait. But I'm not going to attend your live streams to avoid spoilers because I'm playing it myself. But I will watch it on demand. To which I say, great. Thank you. And if you do watch it on demand, please, if that is the case, remember to like the videos and leave comments, because let me tell you something. Engagement on God of War is going to be giant. If you give me engagement on that video series, it could actually get great traction on YouTube. If you don't believe me, take a look at Elden Ring. Elden Ring did really good in comparison to anything else that I've done in the last several years on YouTube. It's actually the best playthrough I've done, views-wise and engagement-wise, and it helped me out a lot earlier this year. I need that kind of help and engagement with God of War Ragnarok, being that it's likely the other game that most people will be nominating for Game of the Year this year. But it's hard. It's hard to get engagement these days on YouTube. It really is. Even me on these streams, I forget to ask you guys that if you like a video, please give it a like. And please, if you leave a comment to engage, I totally forget all the time. Because I'm not actively thinking about that. That's important for the health of a channel. But it is. You got to kind of play the game and play the rules here on YouTube. And so that's the deal. Now, here's the thing. Some people are saying, well, I'm not going to watch your live streams because I'm going to avoid spoilers. Besides the first day that I'm playing it, I don't think any of you would ever be spoiled by my streams unless you're just not playing the game. Because here's why. I'm playing it the first day double stream. So that's what? 5 hours of gameplay, roughly? Okay. I'm off on Thursday. So immediately, anyone who owns the game and plays it on Thursday, you're going to be ahead of me anyway. You see? Now, am I going to play it on Friday? Yes, but I'm only playing it one stream, 3 hours. Most of you will be ahead of me even further. Then, I'm probably not even playing it on Saturday. I'll probably go back to Sonic for a day. So do you see the point I'm making? Is that because of the style that I do as a content creator, where I'm constantly alternating and doing variety, I'm not playing God of War Ragnarok nonstop for days and days and days. There's no way that most of you will be behind me in the playthrough, you see? So I understand that people are saying, oh, we're afraid that you're going to be ahead and we're going to get spoiled. But at the same time, I agree with you day one. Launch day, that very well may be the case. But after that, I think most of you would be ahead of me. I mean, just take a look at Elden Ring. Here's a case in point. This is a game that everyone was playing when it was new. It was hot as hell, right? Within one day, the entire internet was ahead of me. People were talking about the Radon boss fight a week or two before I even got to him, okay? But the thing is, with my style, because I take my time, and I look for everything, and I enjoy the game, I basically give these games a fair shake. I give them a full playthrough covering most, if not all, the content, so I can actively tell you what I really think about that game once it's done, as opposed to these reviewers who are given a review code, here you go, rush this game and beat it within a week, right? Rush this game and beat it within 2 days, which actually, you know, as disconcerting as that sounds, that happens all the time with these game reviewers, where they're given a review code and they're told, just beat this within 24 hours, 48 hours. Like, wait, what? But how am I supposed to get all the content? How am I supposed to really fairly give this game a fair shake? So that being said, that is definitely something that I can see as a concern. You're worried about spoilers. At the same time, know that I don't think after that first day you're going to have many. Now, story spoilers is something different that I can't avoid. I luckily have so far. Thank God. And by the way, I'm trying to get the camera to adjust again. There, look at this. This camera is so dumb. What the frick? I give up. So, yeah, I get that. But we do our best. Whenever we see someone post spoilers in the chat, we try to get rid of it as soon as possible. And also understand that here's the other thing, all right, about it. There are so many idiots who try to spoil stuff on the internet that it becomes completely ineffective. All right, so let me give you an example. The main character dies. Yeah, but that's a risk in any game. That at the end of the game, the main character could die, right? So how is that a spoiler? If someone says that in the chat, it doesn't necessarily mean it's real. In fact, I'll give you a really good example of this. A decade ago, well, I guess at this point, 9 years ago, I was right here live, and I was playing Grand Theft Auto 5. All right? The biggest game of the year at the time. Everyone was super hyped for it. And during my playthrough, people started coming in and saying, oh my God, so-and-so dies at the end. Oh my God, this happens at the end. All right? To which, of course, those people immediately got banned, but then people started freaking out. Oh, spoiling! Oh, why am I going to even play it now? I already know the ending. Right? Come to find out, guess what? That wasn't even what happened. Because with that particular game, there's different endings depending on your choices and things that you do. So maybe if you did a really bad choices and things, yeah, that character could potentially die at the end of the game. But in my playthrough, everyone lived. And actually, some characters had a particularly happy ending. So those spoilers, even though an idiot tried to come in and ruin it for everyone, saying the most shocking thing possible, literally didn't apply. And that's what you got to do, is when you go into playing any kind of a new release these days, all right, it's this simple. You know spoilers will be out there, all right? Just understand when you go into a game with an open mind. Like when I'm playing God of War Ragnarok, I fully understand that Kratos, Atreus, or any of the other characters could potentially die at the end. So when anyone comes in and says, spoiler, this guy dies at the end, why do I care? It doesn't affect me in the least. It could happen. It's true. It doesn't confirm what they're saying. It could be complete horse shit. Or it could be a scenario thing that only happens in a certain scenario. You ignore that shit. Say, fuck off. You know? And when you see someone coming in the middle of a game like that, posting a ginormous paragraph of shit, you don't read the paragraph. You read the first few words, and if you start seeing it, like, aha, goodbye. You see, and that's how I avoid it now. You know, and it's not fully avoidable. It's not anyone's fault. There's people all over there's people all over the internet who have really made a concerted effort to spoil God of War Ragnarok on Twitter. Oh my God. People have said that it's some of the worst. Here's the thing. My Twitter, and over the years, I have edited this fucking thing so much that I don't even see a lot of tweets at all. Like people who try to direct a tweet towards me, I don't even see it. normally and unedited. Like it's hard to explain, but Twitter has a series of filters over it where basically you can prevent yourself from having that kind of shit happen. And so I don't see the vast majority of tweets sent my way, which is fine because most of them are negative and disgusting anyway. You know, I just don't see them at all, which is why I tell people, if you really want to talk to me, you got to email me or you got to DM me, because my Twitter, I try to use my Twitter solely for business purposes. Okay. So it works. It does when you can set it up, because there's several things you can do to prevent nonsense on there, and then you just don't see the bullshit. So I'm absolutely positively sure there's been idiots trying to do shit, and I haven't seen any of it. So that's a good thing, you know. There you go. Why look at the giant pool of cesspool of filth? It's a lake of shit. Why look at it? Why smell it? Put a clothespin on your nose. Anyway, so that's the deal. You know, I hope you guys will join me. I really do. I really hope that you'll enjoy the playthrough of God of War Ragnarok. I'm not expecting absolutely everyone to be showing up. I'm not that dumb. Okay, I know that there can be a lot of people who probably will not show up right away for the playthrough. Maybe they'll wait a day or two and they'll join me later. That's exactly what happened with Elden Ring. Is some people were there for the launch, and then some people showed up a few days later and were like, okay, now I'm sure I'm ahead of Phil. Let's jump into this playthrough and watch him play whenever he does. And what a lot of people like to do is get past, like get further in the game than me, and then go back and watch me live on my streams play it to see how I deal with the stuff they've already dealt with previously in the game. You see? A lot of the times what happens is people will watch me play the parts they've already done, and they're like, oh shit, I didn't realize there was a secret there. I didn't realize that's how you solve that puzzle. And then they go back and do it in their own playthrough once they saw me do it, because they missed it or skipped it, you see? So it's a good way to approach it, I feel. Being that I'm a variety content creator, I usually don't get ahead of most people, and it allows people to basically watch my stuff, which is fine. Back in the day, it was different. Back in the day, I was the YouTuber who put out all the content early. I was the guy who beat every game in 2 days. You know, that was over 10 years ago, though. So there you go. So that's the week now. A couple quick things to talk about before we continue on here today. I just would like to direct your attention to the members goal for the month.
Ray, that's a double whammy. He pointed at the text on the screen and said members. That's a bingo. And that's two things we can tick off as well at the same time. Fantastic. That is our first bingo of the game. That's actually the first time I've had to pause so far. We went a long time without having to fucking pause, which is a pretty good thing. This might be a shorter bingo than usual. I won't mind that, to be honest, you know what I mean? Because it means if we get a full house, I won't care. As long as every single square gets ticked green, that is the main goddamn thing here.
It's 1,025 members. We have lost a significant amount of members in the last week, probably about 30, 40. Because I think we were at 925 when I set up this goal. So basically what happened is a bunch of memberships expired and people didn't renew. I don't know. People will renew the memberships when we get to Sonic or when we get to God of War. There's many other games coming out later this month. Perhaps those would be the games that would do it. I'm not sure. But I would certainly hope now would be the time, if you were thinking of becoming a member, now is the correct time. Why? Just listen to all the benefits. A chat crown badge to show how long you're a supporter that changes over time the longer you're a supporter. Highlighted name both in the chat and in video comments. The ability to ignore the slow mode in every single live stream. You can talk as much as you want. Access to all of my emotes both in the chat and the video comments. The ability to have priority for special events. For example, coming up, which we're actually going to set up over this weekend. I haven't had a chance yet, but I need to do this. I need to set up the command by which you guys will be able to start posting up your nominations for ads for me to watch during the Black Friday Ad Apocalypse Spectacular coming up in just a few weeks here. Okay, you'll basically be able to post up ads and things, right? And members, I will likely set up their own thread to do so. So the members who post up ads, I'll probably watch those for sure. And then those who are non-members, I'll sift through and pick the best ads that I feel are some of the best ones for me to react to on the show or in the marathon. Same thing with special events, for example. With the Halloween event, it was actually Dead by Daylight that was selected to be played by the members. They outright nominated that more than any other game. That game was a shoe-in for the event. While everyone else had to compete to get their games into the event, the members picked one pretty much right away, you see. So there's many, many benefits to being a channel member. Another great way.
Why the hell did it not say voted? What the hell? I wanted to tick off voted, but it didn't say it, and I don't think I can. They nominated it, picked it, but it didn't. They voted on it basically, but it didn't say voted. That is infuriating. If that's the one thing that fucks us over.
For you guys to help this channel would be gift memberships. If you like the channel and you like its content and you want to help out not only, you know, me, but also your fellow viewer, gifting memberships helps everyone because everyone gets access to all those cool benefits. Okay? Sound good? All right, so I just want to throw that out there. Our goal for this month is 1,025. If we hit that, we lock into doing the Christmas Marathon event. This includes a marathon where I play games that you guys nominate. Some I'm sure will probably be Christmas themed. Some do not have to be. Doesn't really matter.
This is infuriating. He just keeps fucking saying nominate instead of vote. He knows the bingo card.
I dress up in Christmas attire all day and I do wardrobe changes between sweaters and t-shirts. I wear Christmas hats and stuff, very festive stuff. And I drink. It's the one day a year that on stream I drink. Sometimes I have eggnog. Sometimes I have like whiskey, which I'll probably do this year. We'll see what they got at the liquor store. But, you know, I love doing this. It's a fun event. I really enjoy the Christmas event. And you know, this year I might go all out. I might order a meal and even do a DSP Tries It. That's like holiday themed as well. So please consider becoming a member or gifting memberships this month. Now would be a great month to do it. By the way, all those benefits, right, that you get for being a member is a really good time to have those too with all the hot playthroughs that are going to be coming out very soon. Okay? 1 second, because I realized I left my phone over here.
Now, what does the sugar do in the sauce?
Not that it's a big deal.
As a contrast, if you don't, it's all going to be...
God, it's really not.
And it's going to be acidity from tomatoes.
Oh, stretch. Okay. Ooh-ah. There we go. Camera didn't even change. Whatever. I'll leave it as is. All right. So that's most of the housekeeping stuff, I feel. Oh, by the way, I keep forgetting to show this. This is the advertisement for the Adpocalypse coming up this week. So when is this? This is Friday, November 25th. Mark your calendars. It's the day after Thanksgiving. It's Black Friday here traditionally in the United States. It's the day when all the stores have their giant doorbuster sales, and they say that their sales go from the red to the black. And that entire day, I'll be watching a variety of advertisements that you guys are going to nominate. All right? And it could be advertisements from the 80s or 90s, or sometimes the early 2000s. We don't want to get too modern. I basically want to do more retro ads. And I'm very interested in international ads because I've never seen anything outside the United States ad-wise. And I've heard that, man, in other countries, their ad requirements are so different that they put really crazy stuff like violence and risque stuff into their advertisements. So I'd be very interested to watch and laugh at these with all of you on Black Friday. Likely we'll do some other special stuff that day too, but that's a lock. That's happening. I'm excited for this, and I hope that you guys will join me for the fun on Black Friday. Okay. Now, guys, sadly today I have some really bad news. All right? And you know I don't like bad news. I don't like sharing it, but sometimes it's so important. All right. Yes, PSAs are allowed, James. Public service announcements would be allowed as well as ads. I consider them the same. I really do. Because a public service announcement is an ad. It's just not an ad for a product. You see? So, yes, those are allowed. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, I have really bad news. I'm sorry about this. I don't want to talk about bad news on my stream. I hate when I have to. But every once in a while, you have to. It's so important. It's something that's going to affect everyone. Okay? So, we have to. We absolutely have to talk about it. So, you guys may have heard the news overnight, all right, that Elon Musk, all right, has laid off about half the workforce of Twitter. And this is crushing news. It's sending waves, shockwaves throughout the industry, social media, internet. You know, everyone's just, oh my God, can't believe it. Well, guys, there's even worse news than that. Ladies and gentlemen, it is official. I misclicked. I have been fired from Twitter as well. You know? And it was through email. That's the kicker. Is that I didn't even get like a formal presentation or a package. They emailed me to tell me that I was fired from Twitter. All right? And this is a sad, sad day. Because as you all know, I was an integral part of the company You know, I don't know how they think they're going to operate without me. Obviously, how they're going to get along without Phil Burnell. I just don't understand. But, you know, it is what it is. They do what they do. Elon, in his insanity, purchased a company with no business plan, basically saying the company is bleeding $4 million a day, and the only way that they can keep an operation in the short term is to fire half the employees to have that money for operational costs. So, I got the can, I got the axe. Yeah, it sucks. Now, some people asked me this morning, was I even aware that I worked for Twitter? Okay. No, I wasn't. But I guess I was. I mean, if it's on television, it's got to be true. Inside Edition has been a long-running television tabloid show. I mean, this show used to run in like the 1990s. When I was a kid, I used to see it on TV. So obviously, if I'm on Inside Edition, this has got to be true. All right? There's no way that this could possibly be fabricated or be incorrect. They would never... They fully vet anything that they put on their show to the point of like triplication, quadruplication of confirming the facts. So there's absolutely positively no way they could put something on their TV tabloid show that would not be factually true.
Yeah. Money. Oh, money. Yeah. Money.
Thank you very much to Carlos Mastry for super chat. He says, I knew he would be moulding and seething about this. Yeah, Phil is it's one of those things, he's kind of half annoyed and half trying to make a joke out of it, but he's clearly a bit, you know, pissy about it, you know? He's clearly a little bit pissy about the whole thing. Just, yeah, it's a strange one. I didn't... Personally, all you can fucking do is just laugh and get on with it, and just, that's kind of weird. Oh well. Somebody fucking had my face or whatever, pretended to be a Twitter employee, and all these fucking massive news organisations picked up on it. Oh well. But now Phil's actually getting a bit pissy about it seems.
Therefore, when I see this, I gotta believe it's true. I've been fired from Twitter. Now, I do have to say something, alright? I did not receive a severance package. Elon himself on Twitter stated that anyone who lost their job at Twitter was being given a severance package. That is, I think he said...
I'm actually impressed. I'm impressed that he somehow turned this into a begging segment. I mean, I'm genuinely impressed. He turned this fucking random ass fucking thing directly into some sort of begging segment. Congratulations, Phil. That's well played. That's well played. I'm not even going to lie. I'm a bit impressed he found a way.
50% better than what is required by the industry. Okay? 50% better. So, I'm expecting this. I'm hoping I'm maybe in the mail, or maybe they're going to do what express mail, you know, verified mail. Maybe I'm going to get a package to explain what I'm getting, you know, because I'll tell you right now, I'm very upset that...
You know, so Assault Weapons and Profit, I started the stream showing off the 3 different news sources that have covered Phil Burnell. So the first one was Inside Edition, the second one was some sort of kind of local San Francisco news station, and the third one was France 24. The biggest channel of the 3 of them is Inside Edition with over 11 million subscribers, but France 24 is a major French news network and they have over 5 million subscribers on YouTube. There are 3 separate news media outlets that had Phil's face on their report on Elon Musk firing Twitter employees. And I started off the stream showing Phil's mugshot and basically hitting Phil on all 3 of these separate media, yeah. But, yeah, it's just bizarre. It really is fucking bizarre. And Phil has somehow spun this into a begging segment, which is genuinely impressive.
Everyone else seems to have gotten this package and not me. I'm thinking of maybe joining in maybe like a class action lawsuit. I've heard there's a few of these. Actually, this part of the story is not false. Elon's getting sued out the ass because he's an idiot, all right? He fired all these people and didn't check the employment law. And coming to find out there's an employment law says he can't do that. That if you're going to mass fire employees, you have to notify them 60 days in advance so they have 2 months to look for another job. He didn't do that because he's a complete jackass idiot. And when he did this, he violated the law so badly that they're smacking him so quickly with the lawsuit, there's like no way he can win it. The only way they're saying that he could possibly avoid the lawsuit is if he recontacts the people he just fired and says, oh, I'm going to keep paying you for 2 months even though you're not working here anymore. In which case, he's completely undermining what the reason he fired them to begin with. He fired them all because he needs that money for operational costs to keep the business working. If he has to still pay them for 2 more months to avoid being sued, then it undermines the reason he fired them to begin with. You see? So, yeah, it doesn't matter what he says or does to try to justify anything. He's going to lose the suit, and he's in trouble. He really didn't look at anything. He basically just said, oh, I can do whatever I want, and yeah, you can't. There's laws against it. Okay, there really is. So, anyway, I'm very upset. All right? I thought that I was a cherished employee. I thought that Twitter really cared about me and my input on a daily basis. I mean, just recently, I just here on my podcast told you guys, constructive input. All right? Constructive input about how they can improve this $8 a month subscription service for the blue check mark, stating that I will do that if they add added value. If it's just to keep the check mark, then it's not worth it. But if you're going to give me added features that will help my business on Twitter, like, for example, maybe the ability to have more characters in my tweets. I can do longer tweets than everyone else. That would be a great example of something that I would pay for. So my constructive feedback apparently has gone unheeded, and they've thrown me to the curb. Now, don't worry, everyone. I just want to tell you, don't worry. This is not the first time this has happened to me. I've been through this before, this experience.
Bill has been fired quite a lot, yes. Prophet is saying, do you think Burnell Productions values you or him as an employee? I don't know. Ah, for fuck's sake, Prophet, get your fucking bots out of here. Hang on. Hide user on channel. Fucking sex bots, god damn it, Prophet. I took fucking like a second too long to answer Prophet's wee question, and he sent in his fucking army of goddamn sex bots. Also, I can't know. I assume Heather's alright to talk. Yeah, she is. Okay. Yeah, she message got wiped. But, yep. Prophet, Phil doesn't know I exist. He knows Doody exists, because Doody kind of makes some waves at times. So he's very aware of who Doody is. And he knows who some detractors are, but he is I'm pretty certain that Phil is not aware that this bingo stream exists. Or he might know this bingo happening, but he doesn't know who the fuck I am. He doesn't bother his arse. He's too lazy to fucking learn all of this. There's so many detractors out there, he's too fucking lazy to try and keep track of them all. I mean, no offence, Prophet, but I mean, he might know you as a guy that knows computer stuff. He might know me as a bingo guy, but he cannot put names to no faces. He can't put names to different subjects. Like, he wouldn't know you as a computer guy, but he might remember somebody that emailed him about computer stuff. He might know a guy that does bingo stuff, but he might not know it's me that does bingo stuff. You see what I'm saying? He might not be able, so I don't think he can be able to actually link the two things together. He'll know a small handful of detractors because he'll fucking be petty enough to try and look into it that much or whatever, but he has no fucking clue who I am, in my opinion. And I'm alright with that.
Been thrown out, kicked to the curb, and I land on my feet. I'm not going to let this beat me. I'm not going to let this get me down. I promise you that I'm going to continue on, striving to be the best social media employee possible. I'm looking at a few other options, right? Like, who else would want someone of my stature to be part of their workforce? Perhaps TikTok. We'll see. I think about this, Maybe one of those fringe social media networks for when you got kicked off of every other one, you go there. Maybe I'll work there. Anyway, for those of you who maybe are watching this segment and you're like, what the hell is Phil talking about? Did you look at the picture yet? Do you see something a little weird on the left-hand side? Not the far left, but look at one to the right of the upper left picture. So this is funny. Here's why this is funny. Okay? This kind of shit has been going on for ages. All right? One of the classic situations where this used to happen at back in the day was the Howard Stern show. Now, Howard Stern is a radio host, and of course, he's done other things like movies, television shows, but he's been primarily known for his radio show. He had a group of pranksters who he employed to try to pull shit like this all the time. So whenever there was hot news going on, they would call into a news station to falsely report news, like a false eyewitness report, right? And then at the end of their report, they go, oh yeah, by the way, Baba Booey, Howard Stern's penis. And then they would hang up. So then the news reporter would be like, what the hell just happened? I don't know. What was that? I don't know. And they'd all be like flabbergasted. They have no idea what just happened. Okay? So this has been going on for so long. And the fact that in 2022, that they're still pulling this and people are falling for it is insanely laughable. This is supposed to be a reputable news channel. This is supposed to be a channel that you watch every day, right? For not only celebrity gossip, but for more important news as well. And they don't vet their information at all. This just proves it. Someone just said they work for Twitter. You just put their fucking their face on the front. If anything, I'm flattered. Here's why I'm flattered. They actually felt that my picture was good looking enough to put on their show. That's remarkable. Because I don't think that I'm attractive enough to be on an Inside Edition in any capacity. And they actually hand selected me to be one of their employees. If you take a look, everyone else up there is pretty diverse. Take a look at everyone up there.
I don't think Phil's actually fully clued up on why his picture's there. There's a tweet associated with that picture. I don't think he's aware of actual other news stations covering the story and showing the tweet in full. Wow. So guys, in case you're not clued up, okay, I'm going to go through. I went through this at the start of the stream, but I'll do it again just for the sake of people that arrived late or whatever or whatever. I'll very quickly go through this. So there is it's these two. Hang on. So
joining us, Elon Musk.
So first of all,
L'accès aux locaux de Twitter a lui été interdit à tous les
shut
salariés.
up, you fucking rapid French gibberish babbling. 2 seconds. So, first of all, we have KTVU Fox 2 San Francisco. About a minute, almost 2 minutes in, Phil's mugshot appears.
Before this morning, they had worked their final days at Twitter and began sharing.
So this is why Phil's face shows up in the front on the front of Inside Edition, because that face was tied to this tweet, and that is how they fucking got all those mugshots for the front page screen of that. Because somebody at these news networks saw this tweet because of hashtag one team, hashtag love where you worked. And if you actually read the fucking tweet, you can fucking tell it's absolute tongue in cheek. I told my little son Hortense that Daddy might not have a job tomorrow. He said, Daddy, why don't the 1% understand that their actions have consequences that ripple out, or don't they care? He's 4 years old. He has to see his daddy cry. And that's what I'm saying. I can understand, right? Okay, I can understand the French news station. The French also. This is France 24. Hang on. So, France 24, pretty large channel, 5.19 million subscribers. I don't speak French, but I was hoping to see some sort of, it's the guy, translation. I don't know. I don't speak French. I just know. I know parler anglais.
Affiche même leur...
There's Phil's face with rapid French in the fucking background. This is a tweet. There's somebody pretended to be fucking Phil. Phil was not aware there was a tweet that is tied in with this.
visage dépité sur le réseau social.
So yeah, Phil went international with this. I don't understand what the fuck was said, but there you fucking go. And that's the 3 that we know of so far. There might be more. If you get, I mean, I don't know. I've not checked the British ones, for example. There's also BBC sometimes cover Elon Musk as well and all that shit, and it's like I've not bothered to check, wherever fucking Phil shows up randomly in there. Who fucking knows? But Jesus Christ, man. That's why this face is shown. This fucking face is here because the tweet that is tied with it made these fucking people researching the story think, oh, he got fired by Twitter as well. Let's include his face.
In fact, take a look. The woman to the left of me there, an African American. To the right, I can't tell what ethnicity they are to the right of me there, but everyone else there, right, is pretty diverse. I am the representation of the middle-aged white man, I guess, when it comes to Inside Edition. Yes, this is real. People are like, that's real. I didn't Photoshop that. This is real. This was on the show. This is on their, I think this is on their YouTube page right now. Yeah. So anyway, this is the point I'm making is they actually selected me out of all the specimens of the planet to stand out and be on their show. This is the
He has no fucking idea how this happened. He didn't look into it further. Wow. Typical. He's actually, it's funny, the hilarious thing is he's fucking having a go at Inside Edition for not doing the fucking due diligence and researching into these things, but he didn't do it himself. Phil, on his fucking news podcast, a Level 1 podcast where he updates fucking people in the latest news stories, didn't bother his arse to fucking check out why he features in Inside Edition. Somebody, he is so fucking dense and hypocritical, this is what I'm saying, the fucking total fucking dumbass didn't bother to actually check out how this happened. He never looked into it further than just laughing about it and going, oh, that's what happened. This is unbelievable. This is so fucking... I just love... No, the funniest thing about this to me is the fact that he's complaining that Inside Edition are not doing their fucking research into this thing. Meanwhile, Phil has no fucking idea why he turned up in the first place and just assumed that they fucking picked him out of some random photo lottery of every single white male in the fucking planet to use as some sort of diverse fucking, photo spread. Jesus Christ. No, your face is there because somebody tweeted with your face pretending you worked with Twitter. You dumb bastard. I hope somebody in his chat tells him.
The representation of the man, the average middle-aged man who has been laid off from Twitter. Here he is. Wow. I guess I just got that kind of, I just got laid off face, don't I? Certainly, like I said, certainly not the first time it's happened to me. I've been through the ringer. Let me tell you though, that's not the face I made when I got laid off. When I got laid off, I was sad as shit. You can even see the video. I have a video from 2010. That was, when I got laid off, my first reactions to it and everything.
I actually think I know that video. I know that. I think I know that video. It's okay. It's not there. My job. We'll go to like the fucking oldest possible fucking result. I know if it. Hang on. When was he lost his fucking job? I don't know. I didn't know if it's going to be on fucking Pig Go. I don't actually know. The video that got... No, I don't think it was... Was it a face reveal video? Was it actually a fucking face reveal video where he fucking talked about being fired? I thought he made a video where... A separate video where he's talking about how he got... I don't know. Hang on. Let's search Darkside Phil on YouTube and find his old channel. 2 seconds. Why the fuck can I not find your fucking channel, Phil? See, I type in Darkside Phil on YouTube and it comes up with DSP Gaming. I want fucking Darkside Phil. His old YouTube channel. It won't show me his old fucking YouTube channel, you fucking bastards. Hang on, filters. Channel. Right, let's look for the fucking... Fuck knows, man. What's the best way of fucking finding this garbage? Hang on, fuck. I am derailing myself massively now. To be fair, I started well. Profit linked it. 2 seconds. For fuck's sake, hang on. Hang on. 2 seconds. He sent it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Prophet. You sent it over Discord. Thank you. Cheers, that Prophet.
What's up, everyone?
Jesus, he's a tubby little fucking boy there. Look at this belly. Hang on. The start of the fucking video. It looks like his belly's coming to get us. Fat little fuck. So, let's just turbo through this. Hang on.
What's up, everyone? It's DSP here, and probably this is going to be the most honest video I've ever made. It's going to be shooting from the hip, but I'm also going to be very careful what I say, obviously for legal reasons, because of what's going on right now.
But even back in the fucking day, he was fucking saying I can't say too much because of fucking legal reasons. He's almost fucking used that sort of stupid fucking talk to try and get around from just being fucking totally honest and transparent with his fucking audience. And this is fucking... Well, this was an archive, a re-uploaded video. The King of Hate HD archive re-uploaded this on the 7th of April 2018. But I think the original date of this would have been 2008, 9, something like that, I'm not sure.
I really don't know where I'm going to go with this. Actually take 2, because take 1 I really just rambled on like a fucking moron. I didn't know what I wanted to say. But basically, as we know, past few years I've been making videos on YouTube, and this has always been my side thing. This has always been my hobby, the thing that I do for, free time, because I love video games. So I do video game playthroughs, comedy videos, game reviews, things like that. Well, bottom line is this: I went to work today and they laid me off, so I no longer have a full-time job. I'm unemployed, and this means a lot of things. Some good, some bad. I see both sides of every situation. I try to look at it and take everything with a grain of salt and understand. The thing is this, it's easy to be very negative and say, oh, this is bullshit, America sucks, the economy sucks, they're laying everyone off. And I'm sure that a lot of people watching this video know someone personally, either a friend, either a loved one, a relative who's been laid off recently. Because it's happening all over the country, and to be frank, it's happening all over the world in a lot of these economies.
Yeah, Phil, look at the difference. Just look at the difference in the fucking look at the guy. There's what a difference, fucking what, 12 years. 12-year gap between these videos. It went from chubby little boy just lost his job to fucking chubby little man-child that doesn't want to get a job.
So yeah, I'm taking it as a good and bad. And here's what's obviously the bad. The bad is this: I don't have a job. But the good.
He fucking said as well that I would be fucking distraught. You know, what was he saying that he's when he lost his fucking job and made a video about it? What did he say?
Let me tell you though, that's not the face I made when I got laid off. When I got laid off, I was sad as shit. You can even see the video. I have a video from 2010. That was, when I got laid off. My first reactions to it and everything.
He seems quite, weirdly optimistic in a sense in this fucking video though.
Good news is this: I wasn't fired. You know what I mean? I didn't leave, so I'm actually getting a severance package that should at least take care of me for a couple of months, hopefully through the holidays. And so that'd be great. Especially with the holidays coming up, you gotta be careful with everything going on, and especially when you're out of work, you gotta be careful what you spend. And so I'm thinking a lot. I'm thinking a lot about things, about what I'm doing with YouTube, about whether or not I want to go back to the kind of job that I was just in, whether I want to, now that I have the time. I've always said I do.
This is a great example of a butterfly moment in time for Phil Burnell. This was one of the big moments in Phil Burnell's life where he has to decide, what does he want to fucking do? Is he going to try and get another fucking job, or is he going to just fucking have a go at YouTube and hope it all fucking works out somehow? And he fucking went the YouTube route. And to be fair to Phil, through dumb luck and all, whatever you want to fucking call it, Phil made it work on YouTube for a while. He fucking had things given to him which was ridiculous, like the machinima contract. That machinima contract was insane. He exploited the shit out of that machinima contract, but I actually applaud Phil for doing that. Do you know? If you're given a fucking contract where you're fucking getting an ads-based fucking views-based fucking contract, and he's uploading the shit out of fucking videos every single fucking day. It's one of those fucking things. I was like, I don't blame Phil for fucking spamming YouTube with so many fucking videos if he's getting fucking money at the ass from Machinima from doing that. He exploited that fucking contract for all it's fucking worth. No wonder Machinima's got a fucking business. But Jesus Christ, though, man, this is like one of the massive butterfly moments in Phil Burnell's life where he had to decide whether he's going to fucking stick with YouTube or try and get another job and keep YouTube as a fucking hobby. Can you imagine if Phil just kept YouTube as a fucking hobby and just kind of tried to get another job? He probably wouldn't be a lol cow. I'm pretty certain Phil Burnell wouldn't be known really. He would just be a fucking smallish time YouTuber with a few, maybe 10,000 odd subs, 20,000, maybe 50. He wouldn't have 200k subs. He wouldn't be that well known. He wouldn't be able to have gotten that big. He would have just been fairly small time. He would have still been in Connecticut probably. He still would have been with Leanna, I think, as well. Yeah, well, when did he meet Leanne? I can't even mind. You get what I'm saying, though? This is bizarre, the kind of fucking permutations that happened because of Phil deciding what to do next with his life at this point in time. Anyway, thank you, Robert, for finding that video. I do appreciate it. But let's stick to current day Phil Burnell. Get rid of the Soldier channel. Here we go.
Yeah, there you go. So, I am very upset that I've lost my position of stature and my employment over on Twitter. It is upsetting. Whenever you lose any kind of employment, it's very upsetting. I had many opportunities over there, and they're all gone now because Mr. Musk treated me so poorly. Like I said, I didn't get a severance package, so I guess I'll try to sue him or something. By the way, just so you know, this is all parody. Not the fact that they used my picture, because they absolutely did, because they're idiots. I mean, how dumb can you be? You have to be fucking brain dead to fucking do something like that and not vet it. But, I mean, it's a tabloid television show. What do you think? They're smart? Do you think the people at TMZ and fucking Inside Edition, do you think they have any brains in their heads? Come on now. I mean, geez. There's a certain kind of person who watches that shit. They deserve it. If they believe that nonsense, they kind of deserve it. But, so, all that being said, it is what it is. And I'm very upset. And I am looking for restitution. I'm coming for Mr. Musk. The sad fact is, even if someone directly sued him and won, it would probably be like 0.00000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000ɔ1% of his wealth that you would win in the court case. Yeah. So I say, why do you think Elon Musk acts the way he does? Because he can get away with it because he's filthy rich. If he wasn't immune to anything because he was so rich, he would actually not act like this. But when you have a human who feels that they don't answer to anyone, there's no consequences for anything they do, they will act like this. I mean, get perfect example. He was at a party many years ago, and he tweeted out about stock valuations at $4.20. He was making a $4.20 joke to impress his friends at the party, and the entire market shifted because he tweeted this, to which he got into trouble with the SEC, and they kicked him off the board of the company that he was tweeting about. So he was no longer able to have any financial involvement with that company because they basically said, you're an irresponsible jackass. You don't understand that what you do can actually change the markets. So here's a penalty, and you're off the board. But did it affect him? No. He was completely immune.
I think we all missed that there. Phil said friends, I think.
I must ask the way he does because he can get away with it, not act like that. Anything they do. And he tweeted out about stock valuations at $4.20. He was making a $4.20 joke to impress his friends at the...
He said friends. I mean, damn near fucking missed a goddamn thing. Sorry about that, guys. That is another fucking one. It's not a bingo. We're still waiting for the word meeting. The cursed word has not been said yet, and it might fuck us over. We'll have to wait and see.
The party. And this is the thing. When you're so rich, you're immune to anything. He's bulletproof. So why the fuck does he care what happens, right? I wouldn't be surprised if the entire buyout of Twitter was a joke to begin with. It was meant to be a joke. Watch, look what I can do. Look who I am, because I'm Mr. Invincible. Mr. Omnipotent. I can just do whatever I want. I'll just buy Twitter. Fuck him. And then he did. Now he has no idea what to do with it. But, I almost guarantee it's what it was, right?
I don't think that's the entire circumstances. From my limited understanding of the situation, Elon Musk tried his best to fucking pull out of the Twitter deal, but he was so far in that he kind of would have been in trouble, severe trouble, if he had actually been allowed to walk away from a Twitter deal, so he kind of had no choice but to kind of go through with it in the end. And so it's kind of a very messy situation. That's my very limited understanding of the situation, but I think that's not too far from the kind of general truth, where he tried his best to pull out of the deal, kinda, and he couldn't, so he was kind of obliged to kind of go through with it. And yeah, it's one of those things where I think it's safe to say Elon Musk is massively regretting it. And there's also, it's one of those things where I think he'll be very happy to try and get rid of it as soon as fucking possible, even if he's got to fucking take a loss in it. That's the way I see it anyway.
Anyway, I'm upset. You can send your condolences to darksidephil@hotmail.com. Say how sad you are for me. The one final thing, and then we're just going to get to shout-outs, and then we're going to do Q&A. The one thing I want to throw...
Hooray, he said Q&A, that's another fucking bingo. Yaldi, he said Q&A. Hashtag justice for Hortense, says Prophet. Yeah. Nobody thinks about Hortense in a situation, really, do they?
Out there is with all the new releases coming up very shortly, because there's a ton of them. If anyone would like to contribute to the cost of the games coming up, the best way to do that would be the online credits that you can get for the networks like Xbox Live, PlayStation Store, etc. And the way that you can submit them is simply emailing me at darksidephil@hotmail.com and send me the code. That would help a lot to defray the cost. Just to give you an example, here's the games that I'm interested in playing in the next month. Sonic Frontiers, God of War Ragnarok, the Atari 50th Anniversary Collection, Goat Sim 3, The Devil in Me, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, I'll get one of them, Evil West, Midnight Suns, The Callisto Protocol, Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core Reunion, High on Life, although High on Life is Game Pass. And that is it for December for now. Alright, but there's definitely more coming up as well. But that's just an idea. That's way more games than I'm used to handling. Yes, that's a lot of, games to buy. So if anyone wanted to help with that, thank you in advance. You can email me, darksidephil@hotmail.com. Okay? All right, let's get the shout-outs. So, surprisingly enough, we have nothing on the YouTube side. We actually start on the tip side of things today. We got a $1 tip from Snow Carl. Okay. And, he asks me an intrusive business question. What do you estimate your business profit revenue ratio to be?
Why is that a bad question, though, Phil? Why is that necessarily a bad fucking question? You say it's intrusive, but you literally just went from... You asked your fucking fans to fucking purchase some business gear for your work. You go from fucking begging for your fans to fucking buy things for your fucking business, and then you immediately fucking segue into fucking complaining about somebody asking about your business, you know, profits, margins. I'm going 1.25 speed, guys. I'm going to speed up. I don't want to fall too fucking far behind, but Phil, this is actually not a fucking terrible fucking question. Let me just rewind again, just 2 seconds.
On the YouTube side, we actually start on the tip side of things today. We got a $1 tip from Snow Carl. Okay. And, he asks me an intrusive business question. What do you estimate your business profit revenue ratio to be? My business, here's what I'll answer, all right, for Snow Carl. First of all, let's get him on the leaderboard. Oops. First tipper of the day. Here we go. So Snow Carl says, yes, what is that ratio of profit to revenue? All right.
I mean, if we're going by the bankruptcy fucking statement, you know, the forms that he filled in for his bankruptcy, Phil was making technically what? He was either making 35 cents a month on top of everything or losing 35 cents. There's some kind of strange fucking discrepancy where it was like fucking pennies. There was like some sort of strange fucking, you know, pennies or something that it was like out by because he tried to claim he had $5,000 a month in business expenses. So it's like, it basically was like fucking like, you know, he was basically making as much as he was spending. He was trying his best to fucking pass that off to the fucking bankruptcy courts.
What's hilarious is that he got the question wrong. I know exactly what he's trying to ask. If he wanted to ask this question properly, to intrusively get into my business, what he should have asked, okay, what is your gross versus net profit? That's the question he should have asked. But he doesn't understand business, so he asked it completely incorrectly, okay? Now, here's my answer. Since you're asking what is the profit to revenue ratio, I will tell you that my profit to revenue ratio is exponentially larger than yours. That's how I will answer that question.
You fucking snaky bastard, man. You're a fucking snake, Phil. Also, it's the fucking same fucking question. He's asking you fucking how much money you've got after fucking spending money in your fucking business. And the fucking Phil's to be believed? Nothing. Which is false, because we know that's a fucking lie. Fucking snake, man.
There you go. Anyway, thank you very much for the tip. We got another tip here. Also from Snow Carl. All right. And now, here we go. It's another dumb question. I'm sorry, just is. It's dumb. Hold on. Oops. Hold on. Wait, that's not it. Oh, I'm clicking the wrong things. This is why I was wondering why it didn't come up. There we go. So here's the next dumb question from Snow Carl. If we don't hit the members goal for this month, will we still do the Christmas event? Well, let's see how this works. Let's see some questions here.
Well, you have claimed before that, you know, regardless of what happened in terms of trying to hit a goal, you were still going to do it anyway. For example, the Jasper review. You fucking tried to pass that off as the fucking thing would have happened anyway, regardless of how much money was given to you that fucking night. Despite you fucking sitting at a fucking $1,000 to fucking review the big massive deal that it was that you had a fucking cat. You set it as a fucking $1,000 and then you fucking tried to pretend, I was going to reveal Jasper to you anyway, guys. Which is bullshit, because you have actually told people at the same fucking time that the fucking reason you have a goal in place is to fucking hit that fucking target. And there's no fucking point in fucking moving the goalposts for a goal if you don't hit the fucking target. You really do make the goalposts so fucking much, Phil, when it comes to just, you know, deciding things in a fucking whim.
I set up a goal to support the channel. The idea of the goal is that if you hit the goal, not only does the channel get a lot of support that helps out my business, but also we do a fun celebratory event that's in line with the holiday and everyone wants to see it. It's a desirable goal. In fact, this is a goal that we've done for years and years. So it makes sense. People would want it. So that would motivate people to try to become a member, maybe give some memberships. It would help to hit that goal because I did it this way. Okay? Now, admittedly, when I set up the goal, it was for 1,025 members. We were at 925. Now we dipped about 40 members. What are you going to do? It happens, right? Right? So let's think about this. I set up a goal for support because I have a goal that I want to hit to help the channel. If we don't hit the goal, will we still do the celebratory event? I have a goal. The reward for hitting the goal is the event. Will I still give the reward if we don't hit the actual goal? No!
Whoa, fuck you guys. Imagine if it was like one short. Imagine if it was like one short and it's like, fuck you guys. Fuck you guys. I wanted this fucking number. You guys didn't even fucking come close to it. Fuck you guys. What a toxic piece of shit. Christmas could be cancelled because Phil's not giving over 1,000 memberships. What a fucking greedy bastard, man. Spirit of fucking Christmas right there, Phil.
It's really emphasizing my response with the pig face. No! Bah humbug! Ah! In reality, I don't know what's going to happen. You know, next week we got God of War Ragnarok coming out, right? Likely there'll be a lot of people coming to watch that playthrough and will contribute and support at that time. But admittedly, Team Ico Gamer gifted a ridiculous amount of memberships in that last week of October, and that's how we ended up hitting all of our goals for the month of October and hitting over 1,000 members at one point, right? So if we don't hit the members goal by, say, the 3rd week of November, we're basically in trouble. We are. Like, we know there's going to be a giant dip. So what I would say is, you know, let's reassess, but I would hope if we were going to have
No, Phil, you don't get to do that. You do not get to fucking change your fucking... You always bitch and whine and moan about detractors supposedly moving the goalposts. So even though we fucking don't do that, you always fucking try and say we do. You fucking move the goalposts. You fucking sight your guns out. You wanted 1,025 fucking members. You stick to that fucking total, Phil. Don't you dare be a little bitch now and fucking change your fucking mind. You wanted that fucking ridiculously overinflated fucking number. Don't you dare be a bitch now and fucking lower it when the fucking members drop. It's so fucking hilarious. A couple of months ago when Phil had to lower the goal 4-5 times in the same fucking month, and yet the fucking numbers kept plummeting more and more and more. He just fucking gave up eventually. He fucking gave up. He tried to fucking lower it more and more, just in the fucking hopes that he could somehow hit the fucking goal, even though he kept lowering it to like fucking 600 to 650. You know, so it's like 650, then 600, then 550, 500, 400, and no, it kept going lower and lower and lower, and he fucking just couldn't get it. Nobody wanted to become a fucking member. There was no fucking reason to. Phil's fucking scheme at fucking lowering the goddamn goal based on how many fucking subs, you know, memberships were dropping, just backfired him completely. It's a fucking moot point anyway, because Phil is probably going to get the memberships that he requires by the 19th of November. Somebody will step up, probably Team Ico Gamer. He is the big whale right now. He is the #1 contributor right now for Phil Burnell. He will, without a doubt, in my opinion, step up for him.
Rallying of people who are going to support the channel with memberships, that it would be within the next 1 to 2 weeks, because that's when I'm playing the hottest games. You know, again, God of War Ragnarok is the hottest game of the year outside of Elden Ring. It's the one other game that everyone's kind of saying that's the contender for game of the year along with Elden Ring, right? So let's see what happens. I mean, ultimately, I want to do a Christmas event, but I can't just give everything away. If I do, there's no point to ever having a goal at all. You see? That's the whole point of having a motivational goal, is that there's a reward at the end, right? There's something coming if people support in a certain way. Why do the goals at all if they just get given away instantly? Like, perfect example here, I kind of screwed myself over a little bit when it came to the Halloween events, because I kind of gave away parts of the event. I already kind of told you guys, oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do this. I was like, oh shit. Remember the Ninja Turtle event? Boy, did I really screw myself with that one, because I could have had that set up as a whole other goal. But I had announced the Ninja Turtle pizza party early. I was like, we'll just do it, which is fine. You know, I did it just on a whim because I wanted to do it. I thought it was fun. And by the way, it went well. Everyone liked it. But I think you see the point I'm making here is that, you know, if I just give everything away constantly, then there's no motivation to ever support. You know what I mean? So it's kind of a double-edged sword. At what point is it too demanding? Are you asking too much from your audience? Or at one point, are you not asking enough? You got to try to find
That's a fucking line that you fucking go by every single fucking day, Phil. When you fucking have a gun or glasses go at $50 fucking, when you put on some dumbass fucking hat at $100 fucking, when you put on some stupid fucking vest at $150 fucking, when you fucking do a goal that members paid for, and yet you spend that fucking whole event that members already paid for, begging hard to try and get more money for that fucking event, double dipping essentially. What fucking, you're never gonna fucking realise, Phil, that you fucking over ask and you fucking ask your audience to fucking dig deeper than they fucking can. Your audience have only got so many fucking certain amounts of fucking kidneys and, you know, fucking livers they can give away to get some money to fund your fucking gacha gaming habits. Timble can only get so many fucking bankruptcies. Jack's Racks are fucking will have to get a fucking new car eventually one fucking day. He cannot keep fucking coming along on Friday nights and pouring every single fucking spare dollar he's got into your fucking streams and fucking deny himself and getting that brand new fucking car. For fuck's sake, Phil. When does he... No, it's unreal. It's all about fucking just... It's just unbelievable. What he should do, what Phil should do, if Phil was actually smart, he'd actually contact Team Microgamer behind the fucking scenes and trying to come to some sort of fucking agreement. The guy clearly has no fucking problem giving Phil thousands of fucking dollars and helping his fucking, you know, his fucking content. So why not fucking try and get something in place behind the scenes set up with him? There seemingly is no fucking, you know, problem for the guy. He seems to like Phil Burnell. He's found himself a fucking reliable whale. So why not try and set something up behind the scenes together with the guy? Come to some sort of fucking agreement so Phil doesn't fucking have to pressure all these fucking dentheads to fucking step up as much. Because he knows that, you know, he's got a fucking thing in place with Tiago Gamer. He's basically funding Phil's habits for him. Anything extra, it's just, you know, spare change, whatever. He doesn't fucking have to... Is that kind of thing? Why not? Just reach out to the guy behind the scenes. I'm sure he'd fucking love to hear from his fucking, you know, beloved Phil Burnell. The guy's been fucking given thousands of dollars to. So I'm sure I won't fucking, you know, throw you under the fucking bus at the first chance he gets as soon as the fucking money stops. I'm just kidding. Phil always throws everyone under the fucking bus as soon as the money stops. It's unbelievable. It really is unbelievable, man. It's never enough for him. It's never fucking enough. It never will be enough for him.
Happy medium, you know. For us, these yearly events always seem to work. People seem to be motivated to do these things around this time of year. And I like that people like to get into the holiday spirit and they're very giving and everything, you know. It is the holiday season. Hey, you want...
Okay, I've got an idea. I'm going to run a poll. I'm going to start a fucking poll right now. I personally don't... If Phil hits the members goal... This is the thing. Okay, I'm going to run the poll first, okay? I'm going to run the fucking poll. Okay. I have asked the poll in my chat, will Phil hit 1,025 members in time for the goal? Do you guys think Phil's going to hit his members goal of 1,025 members to do his Christmas marathon? Yes or no? Now, based on how you guys answer, I might do a deal when it comes to the goal itself. I might have some sort of bingo deal in mind where I might, you know, do something for the card, depending on what happens. It's one of those kind of things where if Phil does, you know, either, I don't know, I find it impossible to think of Phil's biggest whales letting him down. Phil is going to fucking hit his goal, in my opinion. It might not be 1,025, but I think Phil's going to move the goalpost potentially as well. We'll have to fucking wait and see. I don't know. I've got something spinning in my fucking head, but I'll try and I'll see if I make something of it, and maybe we can actually use it to our advantage or bingo.
You want to help out your fellow viewer? Give them a membership, and then that also gets us closer to our goal of special events as well, right? There you go. Okay. All right, let's continue. There's a $2 tip from Nico. He says, Phil, the hour in Europe changed a week ago, so tomorrow the streams will just be normal time for us Europeans again. Yeah, that's another stupid thing. Why do the clocks change differently around the world? No one agrees on when you should even change them to begin with. So not only is it dumb that they have to change at all, but then they change differently around the world, so everyone ends up just being incredibly confused about it. Yeah, it's really stupid and it has to end at this point. We gotta get to a point where, like, enough of the madness. Enough of being dominated by archaic, outdated practices that maybe, you know, at one point had a purpose. What's hilarious is, at least in the United States, the lawmakers can't even agree on why we're even doing it. Some people said it had something to do with the amount of daylight in the day so the farmers could farm longer, but that's been disproven. And others said it had something to do with, you know, with something else. It's just so dumb and no one can prove what it is. Ridiculous. Electricity use or something like that. People use electricity 24/7 now. It doesn't matter if it's light, dark, or anywhere in between, you know. Okay. I did get something on the YouTube side. We got a super chat from Israel, who did a happy face. Thank you, Israel, for the happy face super chat. I appreciate that. Okay. Oops. Why did they... Can't spell. Well, I can spell. I didn't get rid of the question mark. Guys, we have lots of extra time today. I knew we were going to have too much to talk about on the podcast. Let's open the podcast to open Q&A. If anyone has any questions for me, you can now tag me in the stream chat and ask me the questions. No guarantee I'm going to answer. However, now would be your chance to toss my way something that maybe is a hot topic on your mind that you'd like to have answered, okay? Oh, by the way, and I forgot to mention this, the Magic 8 Ball is still in effect. If you tip $8 or more, all right, at any time during the stream, all right, I will ask the Magic 8 Ball a question. In fact, watch this. Will I complete a major supervillain plotline today? It is certain. It is absolutely certain I'll finish a major supervillain. Cool. Thank you, Magic 8 Ball. Emil, what's going on, Emil? Good to see you. He says there's a site called Mastodon. It's familiar to Twitter. Mastodon? I never heard of it.
Uh-oh. Emil's on the stream. Well, we might not have fucking long to wait for Phil to get those members. Emil's here.
I'll have to look into it. Mastodon. Is pepperoni the perfect one-topping pizza? It's surely good. The only problem is if you're really not in the mood for something like a spice kick, it's not. And you're not always like that. Like sometimes you don't really want that. You know, there's other things as well that could be good. So it's not perfect, no. Turkey dinner or glazed ham? Oh, let's see. If it was Thanksgiving and I had or if it's just any holiday and I had a choice between a turkey dinner or glazed ham. Okay, see, the thing is there's qualifying questions here. If it's a turkey dinner with all the fixings, and what I mean by that is there's stuffing, there's gravy, right? There's all this stuff. Then I would go for the turkey dinner. But if you're purely comparing proteins, the turkey versus the ham, I would go with the ham. But if it has everything else, then I'd like the turkey dinner better. So it depends on what's with it, okay? There you go. Okay, do you prefer tea or coffee? Flavor-wise, I prefer tea. But I don't drink coffee for flavor. I drink coffee for caffeine. I drink it for effect. So, can I make Dead by Daylight a regular playthrough? No, not right now. Maybe in the long term, once we get through this busy gaming season, it would be something I would consider if you guys want it. But not right now. Biscuit or croissant? Oh man, that's another question because I've had like bland croissants and I've had very flavorful buttery croissants. Same thing with biscuits. I've had really tasty biscuits and I've had biscuits that were dry and like a hockey puck. So really, it really depends on the quality of the individual rather than I don't have a preference between the two. Chef D, it's okay. Thank you for your condolences about my Twitter firing. I appreciate that. I swear to you, I will survive. I won't give up. I won't give in. I won't let this stop me. Ryan Wilson feels Feasting with the King is the best event. I'm glad you feel that way. We'll see if we'll do one this month or not. I'm not sold on if we're gonna do it on Black Friday or not, but it's possible. Did I hear Modern Warfare 2 made $1 billion in 3 days? It's the most successful Call of Duty ever. Not surprised. After last year's failure of Vanguard and this one looking solid, I'm not surprised at all if that's the case. What's my favorite Nintendo 3DS game? Super Mario. It was it 3D Land? One of the Super Mario 3D games. In fact, it might have been the one that we just played on Switch last year. That was originally a 3DS game, right? So that would be my favorite then. Now the sun's coming out. You gotta be joking me. Okay. Maybe now. Ah, look at me now. Look at me now. Now I can change the settings and it won't keep doing this shit. Oh my god, now I look terrible. Take a look at me now. I'm yellow and I have jaundice. Looks like my liver will not process my piss. Take a look at me now. Oh my god.
Shut the fuck
How's that?
up!
That's too yellow. That's way too yellow, right? There we go. That looks more human. All right, I'm looking human again. Okay. Thank you, Heroes. Who likes the shirt? A shirt I've had for many years. One of the first shirts my wife actually bought me, many years ago, and I love the shirt. I already answered the Dead by Daylight question. I don't know why you're asking again. Open your ears. Curry, re-upped their membership for 6 months. It's sad that you never told us you worked for Twitter. Yeah, it's sad I never knew. You know, sometimes you learn new things every day. It's definitely something that I've learned as I get older. Is that every...
Hold on a second. Hold on. I know. I missed that. He talked about his family. His wife got him that shirt. One of the first shirts his wife got him years and years ago. He talked about his family there because he mentioned cat. So that is a bingo. That's a double bingo. I know. I missed that. There we fucking go. Double bingos, you get 2 fucking horns. We are 3 away from a full house. Unfortunately, one of those things is the cursed word centre square, and even though I got it last time, I threw it in there today, and Phil It's refusing to say it. Also, voted. I don't see voted happening. We'll have to wait and see, guys. Remember, 100 likes on the stream equals a free space. If Phil snorts 11 more times randomly, he's not snorted for a while now, that's a free space as well.
Every day there's something new you're going to learn that you didn't know. That no matter how smart you think you are, you'll get surprised by facts you're hearing. This is one that definitely got to me. Okay. Would I describe myself as a sensitive individual? Absolutely. There have been days when I have a bad day on the internet, here on stream, people are either making fun of me, or maybe it's a day where I show some personal weakness. And what happens is, what I do is, as soon as I go off stream, I curl into a ball and start to cry in a fetal position. And sometimes my wife's trying to shake me out. Sometimes I take my comforter, I completely encase myself in the comforter in a rounded motion, like I'm in a womb, and I just completely stay there for several hours. I'm inconsolable. It happens sometimes. I don't know anything about Tactics Ogre Reborn. Never heard of it. Callisto Protocol's looking incredibly good. Might be contender for Game of the Year. Maybe, but survival horror games never get that. Even, I would say, in the last many years, the best game of survival horror I played was Resident Evil 2 Remake, right? It was my Game of the Year pick, right? But other people, it's survival horror. It's kind of like, also with the Oscars. You'll never see a horror movie be an Oscar-worthy contender. Even if it's one of the most well-written movies you've ever seen, they'll never be. They don't, it's like, it's an afterthought. There's no way that could possibly be the best of the year. Which sucks. I think they should have more open mind, for sure. What's for dinner? I think my wife is making a Mexican bake today, which is many different things. Ground turkey this season, like Spanish-style rice, refried beans, some salsa / picante sauce, olives, enchilada sauce, tortillas, a little bit of cheese. It's really cool. It's baked and you cut it up into pieces. It's really good. When is the new Pokemon out? A couple weeks, I think. 2 weeks? 18th? Just under 2 weeks. Just under 2 weeks away. I don't know how I'm going to be covering it, to be quite frank. We're going to find out. Okay. Alright, guys, we still got lots of time, and you guys have stopped asking me questions. So that must mean that nothing's going on. You guys just think I'm a very boring, uninteresting person. You have nothing to ask me, correct? Well, I do a stream of DDP Yoga. No. You're a fan of horror games? Have you seen Game Pass's new edition, Signalis? It plays like Silent Hill 2. No. When did it get added? Because if it got added recently, that's the problem. Why release the game now in the busiest gaming season of the year? That's pretty stupid. Fruits07, we have this membership for 10 months. He says, do you love your new TV? It seems good. Yeah. I don't. The thing is, it's a TV, right? It's not going to blow me away. My old TV wasn't that bad, so it's not like I'm going from a terrible TV to a great TV. I'm going from a pretty good TV to a great TV. The features that are in this thing I can't use. Can't use VRR, can't use 120 hertz, can't do 4K, can't do HDR. So with the 4 major features that I'm going to get out of this to make it look amazing, not working. Now eventually, if I upgrade my setup, I get a new PC and a new capture device, and I can utilize most, if not all of those features, now I might be like, holy shit, I'm blown away. But I can't do any of that right now. And so, the limitations are what they are. I'm basically using...
There we go. Prophet, calm down, Prophet. I know. As can expecting Prophet to kind of lose his shit there, because he's also talking about how his current PC is apparently not able to handle it. Bill's current PC could handle it. Prophet has proven this on his channel. If you've not checked out his fucking videos, here this is where he shows, he basically has Phil's computer. Prophet made Phil's computer and showed the things that that computer can do. Not only did Prophet build Phil's computer as it is right now, he shows how fucking much he can be capable of, and Phil is just underutilising his own fucking computer so badly. So yeah, check out Prophet's series on that if you've not already. Prophet just debunks the crap out of Phil, just because he's quite good with the technology crap, Prophet's fair play to him, so yeah. Check that shit out if you've not already.
At a very basic level, okay? When I get upset, how do I manage my emotions? What I do is I immediately just start lashing out at everything and everyone around me. For example, during the scoring stream, when I was so upset about the fact that the game was degrading into a pile of dog shit, and I liked it so much at the beginning, and then on top of that, I had a slow contributions night, I immediately turned and lashed out at my viewers incorrectly and said that, oh, how dare you, why did you not support the stream? It makes me upset. When in reality, that's really stupid, that's very ungrateful, and it's very dumb to say stuff like that. But I'm a human that gets overwhelmed with emotion. So when I get overcome with emotion, it genuinely affects me, I say and do stupid things. Well, I'll admit it. I'm not stupid. I'm not a liar. I'm not going to hide the fact that I'm weak, in those things. Why can't I do 4K and stream in 1080? You can't do that. It doesn't work that way. These consoles don't do dual out or anything like that. You have one video feed. That's all you have. And what that video feed is what you get. So my capture device can only take 1080. If I try to put 4K in there, capture device doesn't work. That simple. When did the Sonic series jump to Shark, and which Sonic title is your favorite? I thought Sonic Adventure 1 was actually quite good for all of its shortcomings. A lot of people love Sonic Adventure 2. I don't, but a lot of people seem to love it. I think the one that everyone kind of agrees on is the one where they went wrong with Sonic 06. And have they ever really recovered since Sonic 06? Sonic Colors was great, but it was a side-scroller for the most part. And then you look at Sonic Generations, which was a combination of all these different formulas. That was pretty good. But then everything they've done since then is kind of disappointing. You know, I never played Sonic and the Secret Rings. I never played Sonic the Werehog. I never played Sonic and the Sword of Truth, or whatever the fuck it's called. I don't know what those games are. I never played those. Sonic Boom. Oh my god, remember that? What's my favorite Halo game? Probably still Halo 3. Scoring would have been better without enemies. I mean, scoring would have been better. There's so many things you could say scoring could have been better. If it was a pure puzzle game with a lot of atmospheric gore and horror. If it actually had real gunplay in it, rather than what they pretended was gunplay and was not. You know, there's a million things you could do, but it's neither here nor there. The game's over. Right? Scallywag McGee says something taking a long walk will help him to manage emotion. Yeah, I mean, no, it's absolutely true. Physical activity, if you're upset about anything, physical activity can make you feel better. Simply by burning energy and calories, you can get your body into a different kind of like rhythm, and then you kind of don't care as much about the thing that's upsetting you. That's 100% correct. The problem is for me, I'm here in my office all day long, so when I get upset about something on stream, I don't have that outlet. What am I going to do? Start doing like jumping jacks in the middle of my stream, you know? I've never been to Mexico. What's up, Bob D? How are you? Nathan, it's okay that you're late. Do I think Game Pass is getting stale, says Nico. Oh, here's the thing. All of these things, all right? All of these things are going to be stale after a while. There's no way that you can stay on a high level, all right, when it comes to this kind of stuff. Just there's no way at all. You're going to have some months that are going to be amazing. Oh my God, look at all these Game Pass games that I'm playing. And you're going to have months where there's like nothing, right? Like right now, if I just take a look right now on my Xbox Series X, okay? So, Plague Tale Requiem, Game Pass game. Proteus, Game Pass game. Disney Dreamlight Valley, Game Pass game. Okay? Anything else? Nothing else that I'm currently playing, but coming up, High on Life, Game Pass game. You see? So right now, there's a ton of stuff that I'm playing over the next few months that makes sense for me to have Game Pass. Okay? Come January, February, maybe not so much. Maybe come January, February, things will slow down, and there really will not be much of a reason to have Game Pass, right? So, you know, you look at the situation, and maybe for some people, 1 month you keep it, 1 month you don't. I had PlayStation Plus Premium for 2 months, 3 months, I forget how many, and I downgraded it. I downgraded it back. And you might say, now why would you do that? It's only a few dollars savings. Because there's no reason to keep it at all if I'm not playing any of the games on it. I'm not. I haven't even booted it up in months. So why am I going to keep that service? I think for some people, there'll be a benefit to keeping it forever. And for others, it's month to month. It really depends, right? Same thing with the games that they add. Some months they'll probably add a bunch of great new games, and other months it's just very slow. Or some months they remove a lot and you get disappointed. Like that's what just happened with Bassmaster for me. Here's a playthrough we did all summer into the fall. Oops, game's being removed. Well, I guess that's the end of my playthrough because I'm not dropping $40 to buy that thing, you know, digitally. I'm not stupid, right? Signalis is a great survival horror game on Game Pass that just came out. Well, there you go. What I would say is you guys know I have no time to play anything additional right now. Save that game because you know what's going to happen December, January. We're going to be looking for stuff to do. I would absolutely like that as a suggestion later if you could, okay? Oh, my neck. Hero, I agree and disagree. He says 60 frames per second makes a game so much better. I'm happy most of this generation's games are 60 frames. Depends on the style of game. If you're talking about a game that is competitive and requires incredibly fast reactions, okay? I always want 60 frames. Call of Duty, any fighting game, you know. But take a look at Plague Tale Requiem. Here's a game that's running at 30 pretty consistently. I don't think you need it for that game. That game's mostly puzzles, a little bit of combat here or there, but it's slow paced. It's not like any action-packed combat or anything. The game looks fine at 30, and because it's at 30, they're able to pull things off with the graphics that they probably would never have been able to pull off at 6. Can you imagine animating all those rats at 60 frames? Okay, it'd be insane. But for me, I do like 60. I'm very happy. This console gen, PS5 and Xbox Series X, in my opinion, is living up to the expectations. Last console gen, Xbox One and PS4 did not. They promised amazing breakthroughs in graphics and everything. We didn't see that. All we really saw was games getting longer and a lot more games going open world, because those consoles could handle that for the first time. Outside of that, there wasn't that much graphical improvement. Take a look at Last of Us on PS3 and compare it to games on PS4. You know what I'm saying? Like, those last end-of-life cycle games on the last-gen consoles were very close to that current gen when it was the current gen. But this gen, with everything pushing to 60 frames, that's a big jump. That, I feel, is very good. No, I will let you guys know if and when I have updates on the interview. I'll be honest, I haven't talked to anyone about the interview in many days. I've been so busy. Right now, I know I wouldn't even have a chance to do it. What it is, I basically have 3 major candidates who I'm interested in doing the interview with. Okay? I haven't really heard back from anyone else since then. And yes, it's everyone's going to ask. That includes Moist Critical. I didn't think he was going to contact me about it anyway. He's the kind of guy that every once in a while he'll watch something about me and comment about it on a stream. He's not going to want to do some kind of a fucking interview expose on me. He doesn't care about me that much, okay? But I have 3 people who are pretty sizable content creators on the internet, larger YouTubers, who are interested in doing the interview, and every one of them wants to do the interview in a completely different way. All 3 of them have presented me with something as a completely different situation. At this point, I know I don't have time to do it. So I'm going to wait. We're going to go through this busy gaming season. And then possibly when things start coming down, then I'm going to reassess and go back to probably start talking to them again and figure out what's the best for me. Okay. For now, I don't see the point in trying to schedule it when I know it's just going to put me even further back. Okay. Okay. I've never been to Hawaii. Snow Carl says, did I consider 1 to 2 days a week doing a longer daytime stream and taking the night off and getting more gameplay in on a good game? No. Why? The way it's set up now, already by the time I'm done with my first stream, a lot of the times I'm tired, I'm starving. You know, what would end up happening is I would have to still take a break anyway, and people would just be disappointed. You know, people like the fact that there's a big chunk of gameplay, unhindered, pretty much. They want that, you know. Right? If I'm doing a major stream and it's, it's a 6-7 hour stream, it's just a marathon stream. It's the same as my marathons, right? But those marathons, even then I have to interrupt to have food and stuff. So, it would undermine it. It's not going to happen, all right? Okay, any other questions, anybody? I don't know anything about a game called Security Breach. Never heard of it. Excuse me. How is Kat doing? She's doing well. She's doing well. That's all you need to know. Nothing else going on. No, I've not read any poems recently. The only poems I read are the haikus that DC writes for me here on the streams, and they're very good. Would I ever play DayZ? I have no clue. I don't know why people would want us to play DayZ in 2022, 2023. Final Fantasy 16 will get a playable demo before it launches. That's cool. I'll probably check it out. Opinions on the Half-Life games. Excuse me. They're good. They were groundbreaking for the time. You know, the combination of narrative with first-person action and exploration and story and even gameplay elements. They blew everyone away at the time when they were new. They're a great franchise that stands in history. Any shows? Only show we're watching right now is X-Files. We got hooked. In October, we got hooked, so we're continuing to watch. I don't know how many more months we'll be watching it, but we get hooked on shows and we keep watching them. How's my exercise regimen going? Good. It's exactly the same. Where basically every other day, I go for my walk. In between the streams when I can squeeze it in, but there's really nothing to report there. It's the same. Did I have stuffed animals? Yeah, when I was a kid, I had stuffed animals. Of course. Every kid did. Will I play Batman Arkham Origins? I have absolutely no idea. The last thing I'm thinking about is playing Batman Arkham Origins when I'm playing the recent game from that game studio. How much do I weigh? Too much. I should lose some weight. I don't know. I haven't weighed myself in a while. Last time
Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Prophet for his super chat. It says, Ket is busy consoling Hortense. They are both downstairs crying over Papa Burnell losing his robust Twitter employment. Yeah, I mean, that came at a fucking blue for poor Phil, you know what I mean? It's going to be a fucking bad Christmas for Hortense this year, that's for damn sure. Hashtag justice for Hortense. Empty watches poor Papa Phil cry. Ah, Jesus Christ, man. I'm still baffled how that fucking happened, but it happened, regardless, it fucking happened. Fucking bizarre. We are 3 away, guys, we are 3 away from a full house here. We need Phil to get more tips, so he's very short in tips today. He's only got $4 so far. We need him to get another $11 in tips for us to be able to tick that box. We also need Phil to say voted. He fucking doesn't want to say a word today. And he has to say meaningful. However, a free space for 100 likes, we could use a free space on any one of those 3 things. So, whatever one's the worst one, we can use it on that one. It might make a difference between a full house and not a full house. We'll have to wait and see. There's still plenty of bingo to go, guys. We are only 22 minutes behind Phil. And as far as I can tell, he's still kind of going.
I weighed myself, I was about 210, I think. But I'm probably I fluctuate, usually between 205 and 215.
Also, I'm going to call this out right now. He's apparently going for a walk every single other day. Phil claims he goes for a walk every single other day. But then he also fucking says he doesn't weigh himself. It's been a while since he weighed himself. So I need to fucking start working out again. I'm not. I've been a lazy bastard for the last fucking year. It feels like. But before then, I was trying to actually lose weight. I did quite well for a while. But every time I did a session at a gym or had a good walk or whatever, I was constantly weighing myself to see the slight differences in the impact that my efforts were making. Because that was the whole point of me trying to fucking lose weight was to see if my efforts were fucking working. So I find it strange that Phil, who's trying to lose weight, is not actually checking that fucking much whatsoever, even though he's apparently fucking going for walks every single other fucking day. Phil Burnell has lost weight since 10 years ago, 12 years ago. You've seen that fucking video earlier on. Fucking Phil lost his fucking job. He looked like a chubby wee boy. He has lost weight, but at the same time, I think it's not a healthiest way he's done it. It's like he's severely, he got like fucking muscle atrophy or something like, you know, it's bizarre. There is weight loss there, but it's not a healthy sort of looking weight loss. In fact, I'd go as far as to say that Phil Burnell has a medical issue which he is not disclosing to us. It could potentially be something like diabetes or some pish like, you know what I mean, or something like, you know, I don't know. But Phil does seem, in my opinion, Phil is sick and he's not telling us that because he's uncomfortable revealing that kind of thing to us. Maybe he thinks it's with something that wouldn't actually elicit much sympathy from fans, so he's not going to use it as a fucking tool for begging. I don't know. Bill Brasky, never have to apologise for hanging out in order to attract a stream, pal. It's okay, I knew Aaron was streaming as well. So don't worry about it, pal. It's okay. I mean, people are, as long as people are supporting the detractors, that's the main thing. You know what I mean? If there's another detractor restreaming or whatever, that's all good. I know Raven's live as well. Raven's a cool guy as well. I know he's live as well right now. But don't worry, guys. You never have to apologise for being somewhere else. It's okay.
And it depends. That's about what I'm at. But my ideal weight, when I was in high school, the doctor told me for my height and my ideal weight should be around 185 to 190. That if I'm ever above that, that's basically extra weight that I shouldn't have, that I should strive to lose. So, yes, I've seen Better Call Saul. It's like the first 2 seasons. What kind of soda water am I drinking? It is seltzer water, flavored seltzer water from a grocery store. No sugar. My car was fixed and it's been out of the shop for a while, Snowcrawl. You were way behind on that. I don't have a fake for Pokemon. No, I've never actually officially paid to go to a gym. When I was younger, I worked out in my basement, which was my dad's gym, and now I go for walks and things in my neighborhood. Snowcrawl says, I look lighter than 210. I look like 185, 190. If that's the case, that's because I'm tall. I'm about just under 6 feet. My torso is actually quite long. So even though I do have weight, it's basically all kind of distributed here. It's like that spare. I
love how Phil doesn't want to fucking talk about him being like 5'10", 5'11". He instead calls it just under 6 feet to try and make it sound fucking sort of impressive. Jesus Christ, man. Full disclosure, I am 6'4". I'm also a big fat bastard, and yeah, the thing is, I have a. It's annoying. It's a random fucking thing that's annoying me, but I'm just gonna fucking annoy you guys with it. I have a gym that's close to me, and I enjoy going to it. But because of the fucking COVID pandemic, they closed off parts of it, and it's parts of the fucking like gym that I enjoy going to, which it's like they had a sauna and steam room there, and I fucking loved using that before. But the thing is, though, they don't. Because then COVID happened, okay? And since COVID happened, they had these fucking strange, regulations as well, where you could only stay an hour at a gym at most. It wasn't even an hour. It was like 50 minutes or something. 50 minutes you're allowed to fucking stay at a gym. And that kind of ruined the experience for me, because I enjoyed, taking my fucking time at the goddamn gym. Profit, calm your fucking ass down, you'd be lucky if you're 6 foot. But no, I enjoy taking my fucking time at the gym, maybe like a fucking hour and a half, 2 hours, whatever, just making sure I get as much out of fucking everything as possible. And I enjoyed maybe going for a little swim as well, because I think the place has got a swimming pool as well. And afterwards have a fucking little steam, and a sauna or whatever. But you can't do that because of COVID anymore. It's annoying as fuck, man. And that's what I'm saying. I keep badgering them, guys. The world's trying to get back to normal. Can you please, open... Can we not just get all shit back to normal so we can, I can enjoy, I can go back to this fucking place and get it, because it's like, I could go back there, but when I tried to go to the gym with the fucking regulations in place, I couldn't do enough of what I wanted to do. It was like 45 minutes to try and do everything you fucking had to do at the fucking gym, and it's like, I usually spend like double that time in this place, so I'm limiting what I can do. I can only go once a fucking day as well. It's just kind of strange thing. It's so annoying. That's just my fucking personal fucking annoyance, because, and I'm using this as a fucking excuse as to why I've not fucking gone back to this fucking gym, because I've not fucking got the fucking things like the fucking sauna and steam room open, which sounds fucking ridiculous. I know it sounds fucking whiny of me, but that's like a sort of fucking, reason I fucking day to try and avoid working out. Tom Tony, you're pretty much right. Yeah, I mean, that was one of the biggest perks of me going to the gym, was to fucking hit that goddamn sauna and the steam room. That was fucking boss, man.
Tire deal, You don't see it on my arms. You wouldn't see it on my legs. My legs are really skinny and muscular. It's really just right there.
Whoa, we need to rewind this. We need to rewind this fucking nonsense here. This fucking strange. What does Phil see when he looks in the fucking mirror? It reminds me of fucking Simpsons. There's a Simpsons moment where Homer's looking in the mirror and he sees himself being fucking absolute fucking muscular and buff, even though he's a fucking fatty boy.
I go for walks and things in my neighborhood. If that's the case, that's because I'm tall.
Oh, hang on.
Snowcrawl says, I look lighter than 210. I look like 185, 190. If that's the case, that's because I'm tall. I'm about just under 6 feet. My torso is actually quite long. So even though I do have weight, it's basically all kind of distributed here. It's like that spare tire deal, you know. You don't see it on my arms. You wouldn't see it on my legs. My legs are really skinny and muscular. It's really just right there that it's all on. So, am I excited for Devil Inside Me? I'll be honest, I would have been more excited last month. It kind of sucks that it's coming out in the middle of November rather than October. I'm still pumped for it, but I don't know if I'm going to be as excited. Plus, it looks like Saw, which, you know, we've all seen Saw movies. We know what they're like. This is basically going to be a game that's an interactive Saw, so I don't know if I'm as sold as previous games in Dark Pictures. I guess we'll see. Will I ever return to Minecraft? I have no idea. Sweets, the same answer I always give is if you could do things over again, what would you do differently now knowing today versus your past? I just wouldn't share as much personal stuff. I would have kept pretty much all my personal stuff under wraps. It would have been, here's who I am on camera, presenting to you stuff about what I want you to know about, and let's keep this half of my life separate. That really was where I went wrong over the years, completely mixing the two, telling you guys pretty much everything transparently on streams and in videos, and people basically knowing everything about me and using that to try to ruin my life. You know, if I kept a lot of things under wraps and quiet, probably a lot of bad things wouldn't happen to me. The thing is, back in the day, I felt like transparency was key because I was a person in a key group of people who was becoming prominent for doing internet content. And I thought, hey, if I just am transparent and I let you know how things are going all the time, that's better than kind of hiding stuff. But at the same time, you know, it definitely came back to bite me. So, no, my father is nowhere near as tall as me. Neither is my mother. So they don't know why I'm so tall. They have no clue. I'm taller than both of them.
That's not unusual, a fucking thing to happen, but sometimes these fucking things skip a kind of generation. It's like the grandparents. You look to the fucking grandparents in that case to see if you got any at all. I'm the same. I'm 6'4", as I said. You know what I mean? My dad was a wee midget bastard, man. I was like a foot taller than my dad. You know, I always found it funny, man. Like, whenever he introduced me when we were out, he's like, that's my wee boy, and I'm fucking just patting his head, just as a wee joke. But yeah, bless his wee soul. But yeah. But I had like grandparents, so like my granddads who were fucking like taller than me, like 6'5", 6'6". So yeah, these kind of things do kind of skip a wee generation, you know. So it's kind of weird how that happens sometimes. But sometimes you've got to look at grandparents and go, okay, you're probably tall because of, you know, maybe your granddad or some push.
I don't know which Pokemon I'm getting. I have no clue. I'll probably just buy one on a whim. I have no clue which one to get. You're welcome, fan of Lovecraft. No, I don't have kids. Sweets agrees with me on, you know, the sharing of information. There's no new friend request for Ridicule coming. Scallywag McGee says his favorite Pokemon's Gengar. There you go. I'm just under 6 feet tall. I'm like between 5'11 and 6, so I'm recorded as 5'11. Kagome, you and me are on the same pages. I'm ready for God of War. I'm geared up for it. Me too. I can't wait for it. It seems like it's going to be insanely good. I love 2018, so can you imagine if the sequel is better on every front, how good it's going to be? I kept telling people earlier this year when Elden Ring came out, everyone was like, oh, that's it, game of the year, nothing will beat it. And I was like, guys, you don't understand something. Elden Ring excels for many reasons. Improved combat, right? Better traversal. Lots of gameplay content. Some interesting bosses, right? We can admit there's a lot of good things about Elden Ring. But FromSoft has always come up short in certain ways. Storytelling. The storytelling of his games is not very good. When you have to delve into the lore of the game by memorizing, or excuse me, by scrutinizing the descriptions of certain items and things, and you have to piece things together for yourself because it's not outright explained in a story or a narrative, that's a problem. And they've always been like that, so people really like that, but the common person doesn't want to read a bunch of logs to figure out what the fuck the game's about. Okay? In addition, the graphics of Elden Ring were just not that good. They were good, but they weren't groundbreakingly amazing, and they didn't really take advantage of current gen consoles. So, there's a few shortcomings to the game. I also felt that the game became very grindy and repetitive and reused way too many assets too often in the game. Okay? God of War very well may have some of these problems as well, but I almost guarantee you the storytelling is going to be way better. You'll care way more about the characters. It's going to be something gripping and emotional that's going to be with you. That's how God of War 2018 was. So I almost guarantee that's what the sequel will be. So we'll see what happens. But for me, I'm definitely eyeballing it as Game of the Year contender. We'll see. I got a tip here, $10 tip. Anonymous, they did not put their name in the tips. Says, Phil, if you were to make Dead by Daylight a routine game that you play, I'd happily get you all the DLCs. I would love to watch you play more of it. 4K hours on it myself. Have a good one. So I've got an offer, an open offer, that if I decide to play Dead by Daylight more regularly, they would buy me all the DLCs. Well, here's the thing. I appreciate the offer, and I would say let's keep that a possibility. You know I'm not going to have opportunity to do that anytime soon. I mean, with everything that's happening in gaming right now. But definitely, as you know, when earlier in the year, you know, or I should say when late this year or early next year strikes, and when everyone's kind of looking around and saying, hey, what's Phil doing next? Because he beat all the new games, and we're looking for late night streams and things like that, it will absolutely be a possibility, and I'll keep it open, and I would say let's reassess at that point, okay? Hero says, they say that the goal of God of War Ragnarok side quest was to be better than The Witcher 3. That's awesome if it delivers. I agree. I absolutely agree. I want side quests to feel meaningful. Not, oh, this was a hour-long grind to get...
Yes. He said it. Guys, he said it. It's not cursed anymore. I think the curse is broken. He wants side quests to be meaningful. He said the cursed word. That is a triple bingo. Just ticking that middle square is a triple goddamn bingo. Across the way, down the way, and only one diagonal. We can't go the other diagonal because $15+ in tips has not been ticked yet. We're $1 away from that. Guys, you realise how fucking close we are to a fucking, full house here? If we get 100 likes on this stream, I think we're going to get a full house. Because he only needs one more fucking dollar and I'm pretty sure I'll get it. I'm tempted to ask somebody in the future to ask if he's got a $15 by the time gameplay started. It's one of those things, guys, we are so fucking close. And just think, if we're one away and we know how to get a fucking one very easily behind 100 fucking likes, one of you guys is going to win some money tonight. Hang on, let me just take this fucking thing for now. There we go. 3 bingo horns. We apparently have 65 likes out of 100. Come on, guys. Prophet, get your fucking sex bots liking the stream. There we fucking go. 3 bingo horns. We are 2 away from a full house. Phil was $1 away from us ticking $15+ in tips, and he needs to say voted as well. It's incredible that Phil did not say voted earlier on. He was fucking talking about people nominating things and not sitting choosing, but he wouldn't say the word voted somehow, even though that's how fucking people did actually pick these fucking things. They actually had to fucking vote in a poll.
Get a piece of armor. No, I want it to be, wow, unique enemies, unique puzzles, unique location, a really cool, boss that's optional and unique as well, story elements to that boss that make it feel like a part of the lore of the world. Sadly, we don't get that often, Received another $1 tip.
Guys, he said $15 in tips. Just waiting for him to update it. Go and update it on the fucking board. I'm waiting for Phil to update it.
I watched one of your detractors' documentaries on you. It has undeniable evidence. All right, I'm just gonna, in summary, in one clear statement to everyone, because I'm not gonna talk about drama today. It's so stupid. In one clear statement to all of you. All right.
Oh, I guess that'll be good. Okay, hang on. Wait. Before we get Phil's one clear fucking summary statement, let's just tick this off and have another. Is that another triple bingo? It actually is another triple bingo. There's 3 more fucking horns. We're 1 away. Hold on, I need to do this 2 more times. There we fucking go, guys. We are 1 away from a fucking full house and we're at 79 likes apparently, so we're fucking not too far away from it. If Phil might still say floated by himself, we'll just have to wait and see. If it doesn't, it'd be good to have a free space there so we can win, I'm just saying.
Say about the secret limited video and everything else, okay?
Whoa. He never mentioned what video it was, Phil. It's quite possible it was one of my fucking videos the guy watched. I have made videos before which has evidence in it which shows that Phil's a lying little fuck boy. I'm just saying, the guy didn't name videos. Phil's assuming he's talking about Secret Limited, but it's not necessarily about that. Shout out to Secret Limited, by the way. Who am I stopping? Excalibur's asking me to stop someone. I'm not going to stop Phil.
Anyone who believes it is gullible and wrong.
Oh, that's an incredible debunking, Phil. I'm certainly going to fucking believe your fucking false little empty words rather than somebody that fucking shows off a whole variety of different evidence as to why it's you playing that stupid fucking game. You stupid motherfucker.
Do you want to know why? Because I know that it's not true. If I know that it's not true, that the stuff that they're saying about me is fabricated, then...
Holy shit. Wow. Well, I sure believe. Phil's never had reason to lie to us before. I sure believe him. Fucking dumbass.
I know that nothing that's in there can be right. However, likely, as I've always told you guys, there's probably little nuggets of truth in there. One piece of information that's correct that somehow gets extrapolated into 5 more by guesses, suppositions, assumptions, and logic jumps. If you could get through anyone's documentary about me without 10 logic jumps, I would applaud you. But the thing is, there is absolutely no concrete evidence of anything they're saying. There just isn't. All the things that they claim were the big bombshells are not. None of them tied to me, nor can be actually associated with me. It's just an assumption. Oh, well, we kind of know this about Phil, so then see, this is kind of in line with it, so it must be true. That's not fact. That's logic jumps, conspiracy. It's bullshit. And that's what I mean. I know none of it can be true because it's not. I know for myself it's not. So I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not desperate to run out there and have to try to defend myself because I know it's all fake anyway. The problem is someone like you who just gives me $1 and says, oh, it's all in there. It's not. It's fake. The Secret Limited is the same fucking person who did the documentary about my escort years ago, which doesn't exist. It didn't exist at all. It was all fake. But that got proven to be disproven. And guess what? Did they ever do a follow-up video to say that it was disproven? Nope. They still got that video up there as if it's fact. It's the same person.
Whoa. Hold your cat, Phil. Hold your cat. I mean horses. Hold your horses. Let's check out our boy Secret Limited, eh? I just want to see how true this is. Does it say you don't play top 10 worst DSP gaming moments? What is DSP? I want to say top 10 moments. There is no escort video on the channel, Phil. There is no escort video. Now, Secret, I did believe, made a video before on the escort thing, but when it got disproven, he removed it. Now, did he apologise for making it? I don't know. I'm not entirely sure, but the fact of the matter is it's not there on his goddamn channel, Phil. You're talking about a video that doesn't exist. At least not on YouTube, as far as I can tell. Also, it was detractors on Kiwi Farms that debunked the escort drama for you and showed it was to some sort of strange fucking, it was some strange scam, some random Dutch couple called Braun Grease or something like that. Jesus, for fuck's sake. Phil is going to forever use the escort saga as a way to fucking try and debunk detractors for everything they fucking say. And he'll never fucking, he'll always forget to fucking inform his own audience that it was detractors that fucking debunked that for him. Detractors were taken for a fucking ride, but detractors also fucking dragged the whole operation down. I cannot see anything about escorts on here whatsoever. Not one fucking thing. There's not one thing. Not one fucking thing. But yeah, there you fucking go.
So, I mean, it just follows suit. It's the same shit based on the same nonsense on the internet, and people believe it because they're dumb. Sorry if you're dumb or gullible. I can't help you to not be dumb or gullible. The problem is people on the internet want to be. They want to be led down that path of toxicity and drama. They have fun with, oh, it's fun to find out that this is a bad thing about a person. It's all fucking bullshit, And I know, in my core, I know it's bullshit because none of it's real, so I'm not going to sit here and worry about it. Okay. Last chance if anyone wants to ask me a question here. You missed that one. That's really where it all started. It all started when people realized they couldn't really do much about my content anymore. That my content, when I changed and became a full-time streamer, I stopped doing the sexualized jokes. I stopped doing the generalized racial comedy. I toned down my content for a more general audience because if I was going to be a full-time streamer, I had to...
I'm sorry, but I have to laugh every time I hear him saying generalised racial commentary, aka I stopped being openly racist. I'm still racist, but I just wasn't as fucking brazenly openly racist as I used to be.
Do that. You can't just full-time stream on Twitch and do the kind of risque shit that I used to do. So when I changed for the better, they now changed their focus from my stuff on content on my streams to all this drama shit from offline that has nothing to do with it. They started literally inventing things left, right, up, and down that were all bullshit. And it started with the escort bullshit. Oh, Phil has an escort. He pays to visit him and he pretends it's his girlfriend. All complete lies. Then they moved on to the next thing and and it just kept compounding, And the thing is, some things that get disproven, they won't mention the escort thing anymore because that one was concretely disproven. But if there's ever one thing that cannot be concretely disproven because to do so would actually put me or my family...
Phil, you fucking neglect to say who fucking concretely disproved it. You fucking... Jesus fucking Christ. Why does Phil refuse to fucking just accept and admit to everyone that it was the detractors, especially the ones on Kiwi Farms, that went and debunked it? Yes, it was on there that the fucking thing started in the first place, but they were taken for a fucking ride and they took it upon themselves to find out the actual fucking truth of the matter, and they found out exactly who was fucking responsible for trying to catfish you. Why in the fuck, Phil? Just fucking accept the fact that... Jesus fucking Christ, man. It's unbelievable. It really is unbelievable. Kiwi Farms were taken for a fucking ride. They got caught. They got taken for a fucking ride. But they fucking made up for it. In my opinion, they definitely made up for the fucking situation. They tore that shit down. They tore that whole fucking operation down to the fucking ground. And Phil is never going to fucking openly admit that to his fucking audience.
A personal risk, they latch onto it as if it's fact. You know, the thing is, though, the things that get disproven, they always find other things anyway. So what's the point of ever disproving anything if they just move on to something new that's equally stupid? You know? Main Vega did a super chat, says, will I stay in Washington after I retire? I don't think I'll ever retire. I don't see how I ever will. The retirement age originally was in the 50s. Now it's in the late 60s.
Oh my fucking god. Phil's going to be doing this until the day he dies, confirmed.
That's usually if you already have savings, if you have Social Security. The way things are going, Social Security may not even exist in the United States by the time I'm of retirement age, in which case I will never get to retire. I really don't foresee ever retiring. I don't see how I ever would. And that's just a fucked up way. That's just a really fucked up way to say it, but it is. It's true. Our country's fucked. I feel that someone whose name is Shitbag just probably shouldn't be in my chat, so goodbye. You probably get a better fucking name than that. Idiot. I got 2 more tips that just came in.
Yesterday was a really slow day for me on stream.
Yeah, here it is. Same guy, took the dollar, saying the same shit. So again, no, there's no reason to formally respond to something that's mostly bullshit. I've already responded to all of it. I've already given outright responses to all of it here on the channel, but no one wants to emphasize that. This is the other point I want to be publicly interviewed. All the things that people say about me that are negative, I've already publicly refuted and responded to very logically, but no one wants to listen to the responses. They just want to reiterate the toxic meme. So, oh, the Secret Limited documentary. Yeah, everything in there has already been disproven. I already said, no, that's fake. This is, this is real. This is partially real. Here's the truth of the matter. It's all been done, but it's been done right here on DSP Gaming, and no one wants to pay attention to what I say on my own channel. They just want to reiterate the toxic shit outside of my channel as an echo chamber. So, there you go. Cooper did a $5 tip. This is the biggest tip of the day, I believe. No, second biggest. Sorry, Cooper. I thought I was going to be able to update the leaderboard, but no. Hold on. He says, thanks for making this a safe place to chill and to watch your streams. You're my favorite Jewish streamer. Wow. I'm not Jewish, but I would not assume the cultural identity of anyone else. I'm not Jewish. It's another thing, too. People claim I'm not Italian. It's hilarious. Phil's not Italian. He made all that up. All right. Good for you. Anyway, I guess it's time to end the pre-stream.
You're not fucking Italian. You're American with Italian and Polish blood in you, but you're mainly American. You're an American idiot. Accept the fact, Phil. You're an American. There's nothing fucking interesting about you at all. Being Italian is not fucking... You don't even fucking know how to fucking make Italian cuisine. You think anyone that's ever saw your fucking, fucking tomato fucking marinara sauce fucking video? Jesus Christ, man, that pot of fucking sugar-filled tomatoes is a fucking abomination.
Friends, all right? Sound good? Ooh. All right. What's funny is, History Fact Bot 3000 says, this would all go away if Phil ignored it, but he's pathologically incapable of doing that. How do I ignore it when people bring it up every day? Like, literally, every day on a stream, someone's tipping and asking. You saw, this guy just literally brought it up. I didn't bring it up. Why the hell do I care about it? If they bring... Are you saying that I should ignore them then? So whenever someone ever brings up these memes, just ignore them. Don't ever address them. Is that your advice? I'm actually asking, like, just don't ever address it. So say, thanks for the $1 tip. That's nonsense. I'm not addressing. Move on. Because I could do that, but then what ends up happening is, oh, he's ungrateful, see? He skipped what that person said, and that becomes the new meme. You see? Okay. All right, in fact, I might have an opportunity to do that right now. Yep, here we go.
Well, we call you ungrateful anyway. It's not a fucking new meme, it's an old meme. You're an ungrateful piece of shit and you have been for fucking several years. That's not new. That's a very old meme.
This is it. Here we go. Very good. $1 tip. It was about the nonsense. All right, thanks for the tip. Ignoring it per the advice I just got. Done. I've done. I listened. I just directly responded to you. No, I'm not. He just tipped again. He wants me to address it. I'm not going to address it. So thanks for the $1 tip. Okay, Main Vega did another super chat. He says, your channel just had 1,000 subs. You're getting good growth. You're definitely going to be able to retire. Here's the thing, though. My growth is very slow. I am getting growth. In fact, if you take a look, out of this year, there is a growth trajectory. There was 1 month that was on the lower side, but everything else is on a slow growth trajectory. And again, if I feel like if I stay the course, I continue to listen to you guys and improve, there will be very slow growth. The problem is I'm never going to get an exponential growth situation. And I don't know. I don't know. I'd like to keep doing it. I'd like to keep doing this as long as I can. Like I said, I'm likely going to have to diversify and do different things in the long run. I don't think I'm going to be able to keep doing this style forever. Like I said, maybe diversify from not just gaming, but doing other talking topics and things like that. We'll see. Okay, are we good? Thank you all for an episode of the podcast. I've been trying to take as much advice as I can recently. I really am. As people who concretely seem to come by and actually care. They're not just being dicks, but they're actually caring. And are like, this is what we think. So here's what I'm going to do. All right, this is what I've been trying to do recently. You know, try not to bring up, you know, money. Try not to do what people consider e-begging. I've been trying to cut down on that dramatically and just let the streams be what they are.
Got some bad news for you, Phil. It came up quite a few times on this fucking stream. You randomly threw it in there randomly. Elon Musk, the fucking situation where fucking Inside Edition are covered, you know, had your face. It's a funny thing. It's a funny story. And you somehow turned that into some sort of semi-fucking begging segment where you fucking turned it into you're expecting money. You didn't get your severance package yet and all that shit. You fucking turned it into a semi-sort of beg. At least it came across as that to me. Maybe I'm fucking a bit biased because I'm a detractor, but it did come across as you fucking trying to kind of hint at fucking people wanting to, you know, to getting some money from people. You turned it into a situation where it's like, where's my fucking money, bitch? Obviously, you're fucking aiming that towards, like, you know, Elon Musk or whatever, but it came across as a hint. You naturally turned it towards about being money.
Mention the goals. I'll bring it up if, you know, it's something that we're near, like, oh, we're about to hit a goal or whatever. But outside of that, I just let it be and I don't harp on it, right? Now we got someone who just gave me advice. They said, if anyone tries to goad you into talking about those fucking memes, just ignore them completely. I'm literally gonna take this advice. And if I do it, you call me out. I'm officially stating this to the internet. If you see me falling back into those bad practices, call me out and say, you're doing it, Phil, please relax. And that's exactly how you should say, Phil, please relax. And if you say relax, I probably will relax. Because when you say stuff like that, then I realize I'm getting too worked up about bullshit. I'm like, you know what, they're right. Relax. There's nothing important here. And I will, and I'll calm down. But I need your help. Because again, I'm just a flawed human, and I need help to realize when I'm going a little bit too much, you know, one direction or whatever. Okay? Sound good? All right, I just got another $5 tip. From Malcolm, he says, you know, I haven't been on in a while. I saw you were on Inside Edition yesterday. I want to check in with you. Also, I'm sorry to hear about your recent car troubles, things like that happen. It's best to have money saved up to cover emergency costs. Have a great stream. I completely agree with you, and I wish I did. I really wish I did have that kind of stuff. You know, it would help tremendously if I were able to have that. I don't have it right now. My goal is to have it again, you know, at some point. You're absolutely right. You need stuff to fall back on. By the way, I owe you guys 2 $5 animations, I believe. So I'll just click this twice, and it should play twice in a row. And then Pays for 20 did a anthropomorphic lemon blowing a kiss super sticker. That's very weird, but it's also silly. So let's get him up on the leaderboard. Thank you for the super sticker. Okay. A double Phil swimming in cash animation for you, coming back to back here. All right. Are we good? All right, guys. Thank you. And, no, most people do not get banned for calling me out. They get banned for insulting me or doing it in a wrong manner. Like, literally right now, if someone said, Phil, you're going off the deep end. You're talking about those stupid memes again. We told you just ignore them. It's better for your own good. Please relax. If you literally said that in chat and I read it, I'd be like, you're absolutely right. And I listen. But the thing is, people don't know how to go about doing things in a very calm, rational way. If people insult me and say nasty things, then I'm going to get upset. You see, there's difference. There's constructive versus non-constructive criticism. Right? There you go. Okay, guys, thank you. Thanks for watching. And, oh, there's also one thing that I forgot that's really important that I need to talk about, guys. Happy Thanksgiving. Positively disturbing. All right, let's get ready for gameplay. I do have to take a leak before we start.
Of course it does. Of course you have to fucking have a piss.
Wait a minute. Here it is. I was like, where's the camera? So I got the blinds closed now because the sun came out before. I got frustrated. I said, forget it. I want natural light, but it's just not agreeing with me. We'll just have the blinds closed for today. Excuse me. That was really disgusting. Okay. I'm gonna mute the mic. I'm just gonna run next door, use the bathroom. I'll be right back, and then we'll begin.
You need to fucking see this crap.
Okay. I want natural light, but it's just not agreeing with
Look, he fucking leans into it.
me. We'll just have the blinds closed for today. Excuse me. That was really disgusting. Okay. I'm gonna mute the mic. I'm just gonna run next door, use the bathroom.
No, you could have muted it before then. But no. He has to fucking make sure he fucking leans into the goddamn microphone and barks down the fucking thing.
I'll be right back, and then we'll begin.
And naturally, Phil's fucked off. Okay, so we are like 33 minutes behind, but he's only going for a piss. He shouldn't be too long. Like, fast forward. Phil's back there. Okay, hang on.
Okay, let's get
Here we go. Phil's back here.
Okay, let's get started. Looks like there was a $1 tip.
Wow.
Gamer Guy thinks I'm doing a disservice by not unlocking each character's knighthood skill tree in Gotham Knights because it's a big part of the game in his opinion. If you haven't noticed, I am doing the quests, and it is ticking down on the requirements for each knighthood. If ever I'm playing with a character and it said all I had to do was the tutorial, I would just do the tutorial and finish it. But if you haven't noticed, it still says I haven't done enough, right? You know, my style of alternation between the characters hasn't really allowed me to focus in on one enough to complete their knighthood objectives. So we'll see. I guess we'll check in and we'll see how we're doing on that. Okay. Thank you, Europe Gaming, for re-upping your membership. Love and support. Keep up your amazing content. Thank you very much, Europe Gaming. I appreciate that. Okay. What's weird about that is it did not show up in my queue here. Try reloading. That's fine. Okay. Hello, Virgorio. How are you? Welcome, Virgorio. Europe Gaming just gifted a membership. Who's going to get it? Who's going to be the lucky receiver? Cause like a seagull. There you go. Congrats to Cause like a seagull. Let's continue, shall we? Does it snow in my city? Sometimes. We don't get a ton of snow. When we get a snow, usually it's just very light. If we get snow that accumulates, it's a rarity. And if we do get it, usually everyone here panics. Even if it's only just a few inches, they freak out and close everything because they don't know how to handle it. It's pretty silly. Okay.
Back so soon, Miss Golden.
Let's resume, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in...
Oh, for fuck's sake. He is recording for YouTube. That is him recording for YouTube now. That is the end of bingo, and I don't think we got 100 likes. We're close, I think, but I don't... oh, Jesus Christ, man. We're one away. We're one away, and we couldn't get 100 likes. Apparently we're 5 away. That's fucking terrible, man. The thing is, I'm so tempted just to fucking do it anyway, but at the same time, I don't want to fucking, like, devalue it. use a 10% on speed rule. I was at 1.25 for a good portion of that, but actually just to fucking... most people fucking request it. Most people request me to fucking speed fill up. Oh, apparently we just hit 100. Apparently we just hit 100. Hang on. Let me check for myself. 2 seconds. I need to verify it myself. 100 likes. 100 likes. And 1 dislike. But 100 likes. Well, this is the thing, guys. Technically, it was after the bingo had ended. Fuck, how do we do this? How do we do this, guys? I mean, I really want to... oh, for fuck's sake, man. This is what I'm saying. I know 100 likes is feasible. You know what I'm saying? That's why I know it's kind of high target, but I know it's not impossible either, which is why it's one of those things where, like, I don't want to just rip the shit out of free space, you know. So that's why it's a fucking hard challenge to hit. But I don't know, guys. I really fucking want to give it as well. I really do. But the bingo had ended technically. Fuck, I can't take it. I want to, really, don't get me wrong, guys. If we'd had it before the fucking end of the started fucking gameplay, man. That was what, a minute or so. We're a minute away, essentially. Jesus Christ, man. Yeah, most people are saying the same thing. Bingo is over, don't do it. I want to fucking have a win. It's been a while since we've had a win. Guys, this is what I'm saying. This is why it's important to hit that like fucking button. We could have secured that earlier, guys. We could have secured the bingo, the free space earlier. Imagine if we had secured that free space earlier on, and we didn't have to fucking worry about the likes. We could have had this fucking bingo on before Phil went for a fucking piss. Before the fucking piss break, we could have just fucking celebrated because we could have had 100 likes already secured. Because for fuck's sake, man. Oh, it's so agonising, man. Jesus Christ, guys. Thank you regardless anyway, you know, it's... we can't do a full house. We're so fucking close to it. So close to a full house. But, there you go, it is what it is. I can't cheat it. We're just like... But before we even close the stream, let's go to live DSP.
Streams?
Oh, look at
that will
that. A
get-
supporter just tipped him $20 there, right then and there. So Phil's got $53 so far in contributions. Fucking hooray for him. He's got the gunner glasses on. He's a happy chappy. So, there you fucking go. Dashy says I've cheated it once before. When did I cheat before at Bingo? We've won with a 3x3 card before, but that's because it was a shorter podcast. I don't think I've actually cheated a Bingo victory before. I don't feel like I have. I'm usually kind of a brick motherfucker on. Oh god. Ah yeah, it was after the first 24.5 board. Ah yeah, we couldn't decide whether he was fucking picking his teeth or not. That's strange, or biting his nails, chewing his nails, or biting his teeth. That was a strange one. That was a really strange one, to be fair. And nobody could decide. Who's Lisa Lou? Who fucking cares? Who fucking cares? Guys, I'm going to wrap up there, guys. Thank you very much for tonight's bingo. Sadly, it wasn't completely full house. Hang on. Before we even play, let me end the poll here. So 70% of you guys don't think Phil is going to hit his 1,025 members in time for the goal. I think he will hit it. I think he is going to hit it. So, because the majority of people here think he's not going to 1,025, how about a little wager? If Phil doesn't hit 1,025 members in time for, you know, in getting his goal, if he doesn't hit it, then, I mean, this is the thing, what can we do as a wager? Okay, I've got an idea. How about this for a wager, right? If Phil does not hit the 1,025 members goal in time for his Christmas marathon event, for the following week after that, double goals. Like for that next week after that, it'll be £50 instead of £25. Just for that whole for the week after that. How about that's a wager, right? So after the 19th or the 21st or whatever, that's basically the deadline for Phil to hit 1,025 members, and he'll likely lower his fucking goal if he's not hit it by then. And if that does not happen, then I'm going to set a target. Instead of £25 prize, it'll be a £50 prize if we win a bingo. So there we go. For a whole week, that'll be in place. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with that then. So, but I think Phil will hit. I think Phil will hit 1,025 members. I think one of his fucking whales is going to fucking give in to Phil's fucking guilt tripping and say, "Okay, Phil, here you go." Because Phil is going to really push this hard before the 19th. You don't understand how much he's going to fucking plead with his audience to fucking hit this fucking goal. He's going to really be so desperate because he knows there's going to be a fucking mass plummet of memberships come the 19th. He knows it's coming the third week. By the third week of November, he knows it's due. He's very aware of this happening. So there we go. So there we go. There's a wee deal we've got in place, guys, okay? If Phil doesn't hit the members goal for 1,025 members, double prize money for the following week after that. Cool stuff. Nice wee wager there. So guys, I'm going to end it there, guys. Thank you very much for joining me in tonight's bingo. Sadly it wasn't a full house. We were so damn close, one away. We're literally seconds away from getting a free space, but the bingo had technically ended before we hit 100 likes. So agonising, man, it really was. But guys, thank you anyway for all your efforts. I really do appreciate it, and I thank you as well for joining me in the card, keeping me right in the card, and those are the contributions as well, super chats as well. I do appreciate anything you guys are willing to give me. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday, how you wish to spend it. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll be back for some more DSP bingo tomorrow. For the UK based people and European based people, we'll be back to our normal time. I don't fucking have to fucking stream this at 5:45 PM UK time anymore. I can go back to the usual 6:45 PM UK time when I start the fucking streams, because American time zones are fucking moving back a week later, fucking finally. They've fucking caught up to us finally, you know what I mean? So yeah, the normal time for European based people once again starting from tomorrow for DSP bingo. So I do hope you guys will join me for some more DSP bingo tomorrow at the old usual time. Until then, enjoy the rest of your weekend, how you wish to spend, as I said. There's other attractors streaming. I think Anne's still streaming. I think Raven might still be streaming. So feel free to check those guys out, support our content creators, support the other attractors, all those mentally ill motherfuckers that try and entertain the masses on here, you know, with our shenanigans. But yeah guys, I'll see you tomorrow for more DSP bingo if you want to join me then. But until then, have a good one guys, and I'll see you all later. Peace out.
On September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal.
tipped me $1.30. It says, I'm back. What's your favorite type of shower? When you're showered in money. When you go outside, all of a sudden, greenbacks start falling from the sky. And you raise your face up. You're like, oh, you start dancing. You go, oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. All right. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. But thank you for the first tip of the day. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Show me the money. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. And it's gone, just gone like that. In an instant, fucking gone.